Tonight from the shadows of Kennywood and West Mifflin, the showcase turns its attention on two teams that have had more ups than downs this season. But on this, the Friday the 13th, both want to avoid a scare on the stretch run of the regular season. It's Penn Hills and Central Catholic. Buckle up. This one is sure to be a wild ride.
There's that saying, a legend is born. But is that really true? Aren't legends made? It's that solo workout in the heat of summer, that extra rep in the weight room, doing all the small things right in the big moments. That's what makes a legend. Just ask Penn Hills and Central Catholic, two programs built by greats. Names like Freilich and Donald, Marino and Hamlin. But tonight, it's about the next generation of talent to step into the spotlight, all wanting to shine the brightest. Because if that saying's really true, that legends are born, they aren't born on Sundays in stadiums or on a campus on Saturday afternoon. They're born right here, under the Friday night lights. So a matchup of historic programs like Penn Hills and Central Catholic, well, that could be only one thing: legendary.
Tonight, it's the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine. Week 7 across the WPIAL, and it's the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings taking on the Penn Hills Indians. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside the former West Allegheny Indian, Pitt Panther, and NFL veteran. It's Doran Dickerson along for the ride of this one. Doran, we got Penn Hills and Pittsburgh Central Catholic, two of the perennial powers in the WPIL, going at it here tonight. And this might be an interclassification matchup, not in conference standings, but don't tell these two teams that.
Right, it's going to be a physical game, and we know what happened to Central Catholic last week. We know that there's Division I talent on that side. There's Division I talent on the other side with Penn Hills, too. This is going to be a great matchup. It's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be physical. It's going to be tough, and it's going to be exciting. I cannot wait for these two teams to show up on the field.
There's no doubt about it. Both of these teams, one blemish on their schedules to this point. And for Central Catholic, it was just last week, that loss to Pine Richland. They're trying to overcome that after just like last week in that loss. But let's take a look at the players to watch, and we'll start with Penn Hills. It's Julian Duggar, the quarterback.
Julian Duggar, he's a fantastic athlete, 6'4", 210 pounds. He can run, he can throw, he can make plays. He's going to be the guy that they're going to ride on today, and he's going to be the guy that's going to have to give the spark to the Penn Hills Indians for them to go out there and have a potential to win this football game. He's a Pitt commit. He's going to play quarterback, great athlete, good basketball player, and he's exciting to watch. I cannot wait to see what he has to show and to prove tonight live here at West Mifflin Stadium.
All right, on the other side of the coin, it's the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings quarterback at Peyton Wayner.
Now, he's exciting as well. He's not going to go out there and let a Division I commit that's going to Pitt outshow him. And, he reminds me of Johnny Manziel. He's not getting highly recruited right now, but the guy's tough. He has pedigree. His team leans on him as well. He's the general. He's the leader of their offense. He's one of the best players in the WPIAL, and rightfully so. These two teams, this is a perfect matchup. You got a lot of star studs on each side, but you got the grinders like Peyton Wayner who are trying to go out there and try to respawn from last week and get his team a win.
No question about it. He comes in as the number 3 passer in all the WPIL to this point. All right, now time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Nick Chevrolet. Before you buy, give Nick a try. All right, Doran, how do you get a win tonight? We'll start with the Penn Hills Indians. Taking a look at it, Duggar digs deep.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He knows that Central Catholic is going to be hungry. And what happened last week, they had their sights on going on an undefeated season. And sometimes Central, a team you do need to lose and to figure some things out. But they're going to be hungry. Duggar's going to need to dig deep. And the guys, the role players around him, are going to need to play quality football in order to get this game.
Special teams wins. It's a third of the game, and it's going to be an important one here tonight.
And you can't make mistakes. You can't turn the ball over. You got to be sound on special teams. Maybe a kickoff return, maybe a punt return. That's what it's going to take to beat a Central Catholic team that is exceptional and has been playing very well this year.
On the Central Catholic side, you have reset button. Lehmeyer wanted to hit it after last week's loss.
All about response, Matt. You got to respond, and you got to put that in the rearview mirror. It's behind you now. You did lose, but you still have a lot of football to play, and you have an opportunity to go out there and win a game tonight. So you got to put it in the rearview mirror and respond tonight.
All right, lastly, you have who's it going to be? What do you mean by that?
Well, you know what? It might be somebody on the defensive side. I'm going to say Specca, the linebacker of Central Catholic. He's a Penn State commit. He's been, a star-studded player since he was a freshman in high school. he's got to step up tonight because he's going against a really good and athletic quarterback that in Julian Duggar. He's going to need to be a guy on defense.
All right, Penn Hills and Pittsburgh Central Catholic in the Steel City High School Football Showcase. When we come back, we answer the question, are you ready? Week 7 across the WPIL when we come back on KDKA+. Welcome to West Mifflin and welcome to Week 7 of our Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine. It's West Mifflin and Central Catholic. Let's go down to the third member of our crew tonight, Susie Cole.
Despite the Penn Hills Indians coming out with a 61-0 win last week, head coach Chuck Morris said that his team needs to keep their head down and stick to their physical, hard-hitting style of play, especially against a Central Catholic Vikings team that faced their first loss last week. Now, Vikings head coach Brian Lehmeyer said that loss was actually good for his team. Practice this week had a little bit of an extra edge, and that extra edge and extra mental focus is going to be critical when taking on an Indian squad that is heavy and hard-hitting, something that Lehmeyer is all too familiar with whenever it comes to facing off against Morris. These two head coaches have some history from high school football to college to this showdown tonight, their first ever coaching against one another on the high school football stage. These two know each other all too well. Lehmeyer left me with this, Matt and Doran. He said, Suze, I'm just happy to be shaking Morris's hand at the end of this game rather than getting hit by him during. Matt?
Thanks, Susie, and certainly you feel that way too, right? At this point in the career, you like being up in the broadcast booth than being hit?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely better being up here. I mean, I can't even get out of bed anymore, man. I got to take 20-minute showers to make my body warm up. It's a lot better standing up here.
Well, everybody's excited for this matchup, Pittsburgh Central Catholic and Penn Hills, and the way that these two teams battled it out last year. Remember, this game went viral last year, and the way that it ended. They're going to have to remember, I'm sure Penn Hills remembers, they thought they had Central Catholic, and it wasn't until a fluke field goal return for a touchdown that gave Pittsburgh Central Catholic the win.
Yeah, you got to finish, and that's what it's about. It's about response on Central Catholic's end and on Penn Hills' end. If you got drives, you got to finish drives. You got to protect the football, no turnovers, and go out there and show them what you got.
Penn Hills won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So that means we'll see the Pittsburgh Central Catholic offense on the field first as we get ready for our Allegiant Federal Credit Union kickoff. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union bringing you kickoffs all season long here on our Steel City High School Football Showcase. Susie mentioned Ryan Lehmeyer in his first season as Central Catholic coach, Morris in his second at Penn Hills. Lehmeyer said he was watching that game a season ago for scouting purposes as we get this one teed up. Penn Hills Central Catholic underway from West Mifflin tonight. Short end over and kick fielded from the 19-yard line across the 20. Here to the near side with the wall and Convoy in front. Tripped up just shy of the 40-yard line. And on the return for Pittsburgh Central Catholic, it's Jaden Thrift, the senior on the return, as we take a look at the Pittsburgh Central Catholic starting offense led by quarterback Peyton Wayner, but they also have a pretty talented running back in Elijah Faulkner as well. Peter Gonzalez, one of the high recruits on this Pittsburgh Central Catholic squad as well. First down at 10 for Central Catholic. They operate from the shotgun, does Wainer. Sidecar to the right, it's Faulkner, and he gets the call right up the middle, and not much doing, trying to pick his way forward. And Natel Mitchell introduces himself to the ball game after a 1-yard pickup, as Dorm will take a look at the starting lineup for Penn Hills defensively. As we go back to play, Wainer throws it over the middle, and not paying attention, Natel Mitchell had an interception there, Dorn, but he wasn't turned his head around to the football, and it goes incomplete. It'll be third down.
Yeah, Cole Sullivan slipped down on a little dig route there. That's a tough throw because you think that your receiver's going to be in that little hole there, and he got lucky that the defense didn't pick it off.
Wainer, I mentioned, coming into tonight, third in the WPIO in passing, 1,642 yards, 22 touchdowns on the season. They throw it out to the flat near side. It is caught. Elijah Faulkner weaves his way, bounces off a would-be tackler. He's inside the 40-yard line and down to Penn Hills territory. It's Central Catholic's first down of the ball game, and they pick up 21 yards on the passing catch.
That's the second time that they did that little motion out and flare screen.
Quickly to the line and then whistles as they move the ball to the 38-yard line to Central Catholic. Faulkner, 27th in the WPIO in rushing this season, 109 carries for 745 yards, averages 6.8 yards a carry, and also showing what he can do in the receiving department, making that catch and getting some yak.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, whenever you have a nice little check down there.
Encroachment, defense, number 60. 5-yard penalty, first down.
They get an encroachment penalty on Penn Hills. I didn't even think the ball was marked for play there. And
yeah, these are the things that you can't let happen if you're Penn Hills. You can't give life to Central Catholic. I mean, they just had a nice game there by Faulkner. You can't give them extra yards if you're going to look to slow them down at any point in this game.
First down at 10 from the 33-yard line. Motion out of the slot. Vernon settles, lines up into the backfield. Instead, into the belly of Faulkner. And Faulkner breaks through right up the middle to the 26-yard line. And this is what Central Catholic does. It's unpredictable as far as where they're able to go offensively. Faulkner picks it up.
Yeah, Faulkner finding the nice hole there, using his feet. Nice agility.
Quickly back to the line, play action. Wainer rolling here to the near side. After he felt the pocket collapse, he's going to take off and run with it. And he steps out of bounds at the 22-yard line, picking up 4 yards on first down. And nice awareness there from 5.
Yeah, we've seen this offense have their way at this point, whether it's, Peyton Wainer rushing the ball or throwing the ball or even running with the running back.
Quick tempo for Central Catholic, out of the hands quickly to Vernon Settles. Settles weaves his way down to the 10-yard line. Another Central Catholic first down. He was upended by Cameron Thomas. The senior trips him up, but another first down for Central, and quickly back to the line. Well, they have a first down and goal from the 10-yard line. And Faulkner gets the carry, and Faulkner tries to duck his way inside. This time, Penn Hills able to slow down a very quick-moving Central Catholic offense.
Yeah, they needed that. And whenever you're up-tempo offense, you got to be on the same page. You can't turn anybody free. You got to make sure you play clean. And they've, like I said before, had their way thus far in this offensive drive, and they're looking to punch it in here on this play.
Wainer from the gun moves Faulkner out of the backfield. Screen play set up on the backside. It is completed. Jacob Sasek, who weaves his way, stretches for the end zone, and he's down at the 1-yard line. Marked short of the blue and gold end zone here at West Mifflin, and a flag is down, and we'll have to check that as well.
Legal block in the back end. Offense, number 58. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
First time Central Catholic's going backwards here, Dorn.
Yeah, that was a nice drawn-up play. It was a perfect opportunity to get your wide receiver in some space. The lineman pulled out. It was perfect. They had the blocks, but obviously the block in the back is what really sprung the receiver to get to the 1-yard line. Now they're backed up. Let's see if Penn Hills can take advantage. Now you stop the bleeding a little bit. They're not running that up-tempo offense. Let's see if they can take advantage of this moment.
Central Catholic, the highest scoring offense among 6A and 5A teams, averaging 46 points per game. And they go back to Faulkner, who, again, takes the second helmet to the football to bring him down after he picks up a few. Tayshawn Brandy finished off the tackle.
I was talking to one of my former teammates, Dan Mason, who's a coach for Penn Hills. He said they do have some dogs on the D-line, and they're showing up thus far.
Third down and goal. Ball now resting at the 17-yard line. Back to pass Wainer, throwing into the near side end zone. Wide open, caught between two defenders, making the catch. Cole Sullivan for the Central Catholic touchdown. 17 yards for Wayner's 23rd of the night.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a simple corner route. And, you know, he used his body. He used his body right there.
Result of the play, the touchdown. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 60. Central Catholic has elected to take that 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
He used his body on that, on that corner route. He didn't really have to, but whenever he went up and got the ball, you knew he was going to get hit.
Take a look at it after this extra point because of the penalty. They're going to line up for two here as Wayner and the Central Catholic offense. And they get someone to move. Flags come flying in. And I hear Central Catholic
Offside.
coaches screaming jumbo.
Defense, number 50.
As they get the offense.
Penalty being forced half the distance to goal. We'll attempt to try.
So they're going to move a little bit even closer here.
Now it's at 3 penalties on Penn Hills, and you got to be disciplined if you want to stay in this game against this strong Central Catholic team.
2-point conversion here. Faulkner into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Elijah Faulkner puts an exclamation point on the Central Catholic opening drive. Central Catholic 8, Penn Hills, they get their first touch of the football. When we come back, it's the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine here on KDKA+.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Why call 2 men in a truck? If you're like Joe, you need to move your business without moving a single meeting. The word stop isn't in your vocabulary. You want it handled with no hitches, no glitches, and no sweat. That's why you call 2 men in a truck.
2 men in a truck. Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both yous win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
Welcome back to West Mifflin. Central Catholic quickly, 9 plays, 60 yards, going to take an early lead, and they did it quickly. Those 9 plays went pretty fast.
Yeah, that was quick. I mean, they went up tempo. Good on Brian Laymeyer to take advantage of, getting that tempo and catching Penn Hills off guard and getting some points on the board.
And they're going to go onside kick right out of it, and Penn Hills jumps on it. Dejon Brandy was the man who came up with it, and that would have been a crazy way to start this game, and it was a crazy way this game ended a year ago. We were just talking about it. Let's take you back to the moment where Central Catholic's trying to go for the game-winning field goal. It's blocked. Penn Hills is celebrating. They won by 1, but the ball hadn't crossed the line to game, so the line of scrimmage, so Central Catholic scoops it up, returns it for a touchdown, and they win the game on one of the most bizarre plays. It went viral. Everybody in the country picked it up, and one more look at it. Really, what a bizarre way to end a high school football game, and Central Catholic pulls it off here. First down and 10 for Penn Hills. Julian Duggar gets the play action, rolls out to the far side, going to throw on the run, and he overshoots his intended receiver, incomplete. It'll be second down here as we get a look at the Penn Hills starting offense. Already mentioned Julian Duggar, the starting quarterback. Amir Key, one of the do-everything tailbacks. We're going to talk a lot about him and Nattel Mitchell. We've already mentioned him a few times. And Evan McKenzie and Hundley, also key cogs on the offensive front for the Indians.
Yeah, one of these guys got to step up. You can't just put it on the shoulders of Duggar. You got to be a role player. You got to do your part in order to win a game against a juggernaut like Central Catholic.
Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass from the pistol formation. It's handed up to the near side boundary, trying to bounce it to the near side. And it is Amir Key, the senior tailback, gets the carry, and he picks up 4 yards on second down. So third down upcoming here for the Indians.
Yeah, just a simple bounce. I mean, good vision there by the running back. Got a little stiff arm, got some yards. Now you just got to capitalize. You know, you're 3rd and 3 now, 3rd and 10. Sorry, 3rd and 6. Let's get a simple play. Let's get the ball out of the hands of Julian Duggar if you're Penn Hills and try to move these sticks and create some tempo on offense.
Key a season ago just came short of 1,000 yards rushing, as 427 coming into today. Stepping up into the pocket, looking across the middle of the field. Got him in, then it pops out, and it goes incomplete. In and out of the hands. They thought they had Martell Palmer, the receiver, coming across the formation.
Oh, man, what a play there, huh? I mean, you know, you had him going across the formation. He did a fantastic job of turning his hips. Julian Duggar did, trying to find the receiver, and then Vernon Settles just pops it out at the last second. Great play by the defense to stall Penn Hills on this drive.
Fourth down, punt unit is out. Javar Currington back. I beg your pardon. Vernon Settles back to receive the punt from Duggar that bounces before he's able to get it off, and he is able to get it off, but it heads out of bounds. Central Catholic coaches are going to try to help out the officials on where this went out of bounds, but it's going to be at the 45-yard line. Pittsburgh Central Catholic back to work offensively as we take a look at what Penn Hills did to this point in the season. 6-1, 3-0 in the conference. Both of these teams on top of their conference. Wins over Seneca Valley, Norwin, beat Pine Richland 26-0. Penn Hills made light work of the Rams earlier this year. The loss to Moon came out of nowhere and had those 3 wins, and then 3 wins against North Hills, Bethel Park, and Fox Chapel. First down and 10 for Central Catholic. Wayner on the bubble screen here to the near side. Xavier Thomas. Thomas breaks free. First down and more. Carrying defenders with him. And Thomas ends up with a first down. And it looks like they're going to go quick tempo again here, Dorn.
Yeah, that was the same play as they did on the last drive towards the end zone. And if you have athletic offensive linemen, these plays, you could just get wide open zone holes where you can find your receiver and let them do the work.
Back into the stomach of Faulkner. Faulkner juking and jiving his way to the 26-yard line, picking up 6 on first down.
Great job. Look, I mean, look at that jump cut. The jump cut right there, the spin, another jump cut. Oh, my goodness. That's that speed ladder you do in the offseason. That putting it to good work there.
Play action, near side. Go to Vernon Settles. Settles breaks the first tackle and pushes forward a first down to the 21-yard line. And it doesn't matter who they go to, but they're finding all the playmakers here. Plethora of options.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Peyton Wayner, he's not being selfish. I mean, there's times where he could probably pull it and run, and that's what he likes to do, but he's letting his playmakers get in space and make plays and do what they got to do, and it's been working on this drive.
They motion Faulkner out of the backfield, and then flags come flying in.
Offside. Defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Guilty party. Bernard Dumb on the play. 5-yard penalty that will move it inside the 5-yard or inside the 20-yard line at the 16. First down at 5. Empty set for Wayner. Throwing over the middle, wide open and unaccounted for the Central Catholic touchdown. Colson Gatton. Touchdown Central, 16 yards.
Oh, man, that was too easy. Wide open. Obviously, somebody turned, the tight end free. Gatton, just right down the seam. You can't get an easier touchdown than that. I always say that these catches right there are the hardest catches whenever you're so open. You almost drop them. But good job by executing that play, finding the open receiver by Peyton Wayner. Touchdown, Central Catholic up.
That's Peyton Wayner, who has a 4.5 GPA, throwing to Gatton, who has a 4.3 GPA. And now here's Wayner. Karaoke move into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the Central Catholic Vikings go 4 plays, 55 yards, and have taken a 16-0 lead on Penn Hills. We'll be back with the Steel City High School Football Showcase first quarter action here on KDKA+.
Pittsburgh. Its long and proud heritage is beautifully preserved in the awe-inspiring buildings that surround it, in the places where we live, where we worship, and where we play. One company has been awarded the challenge of restoring all that great heritage for nearly 75 years. Mariani and Richards, restoring the heritage, preserving the pride.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends.
What's so great about that?
My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBA Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more.
Oh.
You might be interested in a GBA Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Welcome back. Steel City High School Football Showcase here from West Mifflin tonight, week 7 across the WPIAL alongside Doran Dickerson. I'm Matt Fargo. Susie Cool is down on the sidelines, and Central, I think they're making or trying to make a statement tonight.
It seems like it. I mean, even with the onside kick, it looks like they, want to respond and put last week behind them, obviously. But, they're really getting after it here and want to make a statement is the exact word that I thought in my mind as soon as these first 2 drives went down.
From the 5-yard line, Penn Hills going to try to make a statement on this drive and end up running into his own guy at the 15-yard line. So Central Catholic, good special teams play on the return there. Martell Palmer for Penn Hills. And let's take a look at the Whitfield Insider Power 5. This is actually the Power 5 in recruiting since 1989. How many Power 5 players have been recruited from these schools? Woody High has the top at 38, but there you see Central Catholic and Penn Hills 2 and 4, and then a logjam there at 5 with Gateway, McKeesport, and North Down Allegheny, but a lot of Power 5 coming out of the Whitfield in the last 35 years.
Oh, man, look at it. I mean, obviously Penn Hills, Aaron Donald, arguably going to go down as one of the best defensive players in the NFL. A lot of great talent to ever come out of the Whitfield. It's fantastic to see it still going.
And 4 on Pittsburgh Central Catholic just this year. Second time they've done that in the 35 years as they hand it off the right side to Key. And Key is only going to get about a yard. Let's go downstairs to Susie Cole. Susie.
Doran, you mentioned how Central Catholic is going to come out trying to make a statement tonight, and that is exactly what head coach Ryan Laymeyer said. Practice had a little bit of extra juice, a little bit of extra edge. We are already seeing that, up 16-0 in this first quarter. I like this quote from Laymeyer. He said, if you don't practice on Tuesday like it's Friday night at 8:30, then it's going to be really hard to perform that way. I think Central is living up to how they practiced this week. Matt?
Duggar in some trouble right now. Didn't have anything open. Decides to scramble to his far side. Puts it down the near side, far boundary. And that pass is incomplete. I thought he was able to hang on, but wasn't inbounds. Neither was the case, and it goes incomplete as Cameron Thomas was the intended receiver there for Penn Hills. It is now third down for Penn Hills.
Sometimes whenever you do roll it to your right and you're a left-handed guy, it's a tough throw. But if he just waited a split second whenever he rolled out to his right, he had a double move by his receiver on the front side of the play that was about to spring open down the field. And then obviously he was an athlete, got into the hole, out of the hole, ran and scrambled to the left and tried to get his receiver down the field just a split too far outside, out of bounds.
Third down, 10 for Penn Hills. Duggar back to pass, immediate pressure. Steps into the pocket, now going to take off and run, shreds one, and gets leveled. Coming in to lay the lick, Amari Shields, the junior, on the tackle for Central Catholic.
That's what I talked to Laymeyer before the game. I said, does Duggar like to get hit? Because you know what? I mean, if you hit him a couple times, and Duggar's a tough guy. He said he's a dog. But if you hit a quarterback a couple times, they're not going to want to get hit anymore. And that's the physicality that you want to bring to the table whenever you have a star-studded quarterback like that. You want to get him to the ground and make him feel your presence.
Well, it is Penn Hill's first fresh set of downs of the night, so they do get a first down out of it. First down for the Indians from the 27-yard line. Duggar from the pistol hands it off to Key. Key makes one man miss, makes a second as he jumps into the hole and has another first down. And guess who arrives, making him pay for it again? It's Amari Shields. Back-to-back licks for Shields.
Great way getting through the hole. I mean, it's a great run, but you just got to finish it going forward. There's some pads popping out there, man. I mean, this you talk about statement, right. Physical statement. There's some pads popping.
Stacked receiver set. Duggar keeps design run play for him. He breaks one tackle, breaks a second, has a first down, and he's into Central Catholic territory at the 45-yard line. Finally pulled down. Looks like they're going to pull him back. No, they're going to give him the 45. First down for the Indians.
This is where he's dangerous. Obviously, the zone read there, the RPO, if you want to call it. Nice move, nice juke move. Another one, being physical. As we said, this game is going to be in the beginning of the game. We've seen it thus far. Good job of extending this drive by Julian Duggar.
See the Pitt commit trying to take over. First down, they actually did move it back to the 47. Central shows blitz. Handoff Key, left side, other side of the formation where the blitz was coming from, and they pick up to the 45-yard line as Key gets 2 on first down.
You know, it's important to keep your mindset right if you're Penn Hills. I mean, it is 16-0. The time is ticking. I mean, there's still a lot of time in this first quarter, but it's still rolling. You have a chance to go out here and score some points, and you're right back in this game. Right. And you stop the bleeding, and that's what it's about. It's about extending this drive if you're the Penn Hills offense and stop the bleeding of the Central Catholic offense, keep them off the field. They're doing a good job of that right now.
That's the key. Is last week, Vikings only had 43 offensive plays. Keeping them off the field, huge key. As Duggar avoids a potential sack, conducting traffic. Now he'll throw downfield over the middle. It's in and out of the hands. Could have been intercepted. Vernon Settles was there, and it goes incomplete. There was a wide open Indian down on the far near corner of the end zone. But it will go incomplete. It will be third down, and almost surprised that there wasn't a flag anywhere on this one.
You know, he looked like he was directing the guy down the near sideline here. He had him wide open, but he chose to throw to the guy that's going across the field and almost threw into some dangerous territory and almost got that picked off there. But he had a guy wide open running into the end zone.
Third down, 8 from the 45. Key motions out of the backfield. Duggar on his crossing pattern, in and out of the hands, incomplete. As they were trying to get into Tell Mitchell on that one, but instead it gets broken up in the middle there. A lot of traffic, and causing that traffic was Anthony Specca.
See, a play like this is where Duggar can be just a little bit more patient. You know, he didn't get a crazy pass rush. Nobody was in his face. If he just waits a split more second, that receiver that's running the slant route gets into the next zone hole, and that's where he could hit him. He just rushed it just a tad bit. Now their punting unit is on the field.
Duggar on fourth down at 8. In the punt formation, he does their punting duties as well. Key is in the backfield for this punt. Left-footed punter as well to the 15-yard line where it is fair caught. Vernon Settles on the fair catch. Pittsburgh Central Catholic 6-1 on the season, and they rolled off 6 straight before losing that 26-19 game last week to Pine Richland. But before that, wins over Woody High, St. Ignatius out of Ohio, one of the national perennial powers, Bethel Park, Mount Lebanon, North Allegheny. That game that was dubbed the game of the century didn't turn out to be much of one. Central really dominating in that department. First down at 10 for the Central offense. They're back to work, and they're 2 for 2 on drives. Wayner, empty set. Design run play, and Penn Hills is all over it. Big sack there for the Indians. Coming in to make that sack is Tyler McKee, sophomore for the Indians.
Yeah, really good job using his hand, shedding a block and getting into the backfield. That looked like Aaron Donald right there. That was a physical, nice way to use your hands and get Wayner down to the ground.
Loss officially of 2. So it's second down and 12 from the 13. Weiner throwing on the crossing pattern again. It's Cole Sullivan, and Sullivan stretches for a Pittsburgh Central Catholic first down to the 30-yard line.
Now they're hitting this slot route, and it just seems like there's some miscommunication in the back end and who's covering who for Penn Hills. Obviously we saw the touchdown on the last drive for Central Catholic down the seam, and this one another big gain.
Here near side, it's Vernon Settles this time making the reception as flags fly, and Settles is up across the 35 to the 36-yard line, but we'll check the laundry.
Holding, offense, number 6. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
Holding call on Central Catholic. Vernon Settles made that catch, and Settles, the nephew of WPI Hall of Famer Charlie Batch.
Oh, nice. Big Charlie. Love Charlie. Charlie's the man.
And shout out to Lynn Settles, Charlie's mom, by the way. Great person. Faulkner gets the carry off the far side, and Faulkner edges his way up to the 24-yard line, trying to pick up some of that lost penalty yardage.
Yeah, good job stringing it out, keeping it going, bringing your hips through. Making a nice tackle to stop him there.
It's Mitchell on the tackle, second down, 17. Play action, Weiner has all day to throw, clean pocket. Now he rolls, will throw and try to dump this out of bounds. Nothing downfield open, and he'll live to fight another down as it's third now for the Vikings.
You know what? They like this the wide receiver screen a lot because they like to get their tackle and guard in space, and it has been working. But also, we talked about the slot route and going down the seam. I don't know why you want to get away from that. Even if you look at the design of the defense right now, it's wide open. All he has to do is take one step, and he's going to be wide open. They need to be better communicating on defense to stop this.
3rd and 16, Weiner to throw down the far sideline. Just overcooked. Incomplete. Trying to get Peter Gonzalez down the far sideline. It is 4th down, and Penn Hills, for the first time tonight, has stopped the Central Catholic offense.
Yeah, good coverage there on the outside. Peter Gonzalez, obviously the Penn State commit. Big-time wide receiver, good job covering on the outside, and this is what you need if you're Penn Hills. Now you got to capitalize, whether it's a part where we talked about special teams at the beginning of the game, right? If you get an opportunity here, it's time to take it to the house because you got to change the momentum of this football game if you're Penn Hills.
4th down, 16, punt unit is out for Central Catholic. Kuperis gets the punt away, and it's a beautiful Kuperis. Beautiful punt to the 30-yard line where it does tilt the field position as we take a look at the 6A standings. And this is the Tri-County 5 standings. Is also all of 6A in the standings. As Central Catholic is 6-1, and they're atop with a 3-0 conference record. And boy, I mean, it would be a tall task, Doran, for anyone other than Central Catholic and North Allegheny to come out and be in the 6A championship. But some good coaches there. If you get into the dance, anything could happen.
Oh, anything could happen. You just got to trust and believe in yourself, believe in your players, believe in your teammates and your coaching staff. And seen crazier things happen in the past, so you always have a chance if you're in.
Play action, Duggar keeps trying to shred one. He's able to do it to 2, but not to the 3rd. Dumped by Ty Uhas. The senior makes the tackle as we take a look at, we haven't yet because Penn Hills offense hasn't been on the field much, but here's the Central Catholic starting defense, and it is star-studded. We talked about Ty Uhas, Anthony Specca, also headed to Penn State. Xavier Thomas, his brother, plays for the Indianapolis Colts, was a 7th-round pick last year in the 2022 draft. Played at Central Catholic. Carry here by Key, picks up 3, just shy of the 45. It'll be 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, Central Catholic has been pretty good on defense thus far, and obviously stalling out Penn Hills. But there has been times where guys have turned free down the field, and you know, if you're really wanting to dial something up, it's 3rd and 7. Maybe hit them on a double move from the slot or the outside and let Julian Duggar put some air underneath it as they go in empty set right now. Let's see what they come out with.
3rd down, 7. Back to passes, Duggar. Has time, throwing it incomplete. Over the middle,
Could not hook it up. Looked like maybe a little miscommunication on that one as Jamari Ellis, the intended receiver.
You know, it might have got tipped a little bit. That was a good play by the defense there. That might have got tipped a little dig route. But, you know, as I said before, the guys are getting turned free. If he just waits a little bit longer, Duggar in the pocket, he's going to get some shots down the field. And I'm sure when he goes to the sidelines, his coaches will let him know that, hey, just hold it on just a little bit more. You're the pass rush, your offensive line's doing a good job stopping this pass rush. Just hold it on a little bit more.
There's a block of a punt, and it's out of bounds. Central Catholic gets a block, and they're going to get the football at the 20-yard line.
Talked about special teams again, Matt. I mean, it's special teams, it's discipline, it's penalties, and that's what's been affecting Penn Hills. And Central Catholic has been taking full advantage of it, whether it's running the ball, throwing the ball, on defense, you know, being physical. Obviously now a block. You can't shoot yourself in the foot if you're Penn Hills and giving opportunities to Central Catholic, because it's a very good football team. When a good football team gets chances, they will take advantage of them.
And see who got his hand on it for that block. But Central Catholic, this is not what you wanted if you're Penn Hills. Giving them the ball inside the red zone. Waiter throwing, high pass handled by Settles. Vernon lowers his shoulder, gets to the 15-yard line. And he'll get 4 on the first down pass and catch.
Yeah, that's a far throw. I mean, they love this play. They've ran it about 6 or 7 times as far as getting your receiver in space. And Settle, he's a physical player. I like him a lot.
Getting looks from Duquesne and Monmouth, and there's on cue another Vernon Settles reception, but nothing doing. Nice open field tackle for Penn Hills. Natel Mitchell, the junior, on the stop.
You know what I'm anticipating? I'm anticipating them run that play again, but actually slip somebody down the seam or down the sidelines and bluff on the outside and take a deep shot. That's what they're setting up for.
3rd and 6. Faulkner in the offense. Quarterback Peyton Weiner looking to this near sideline to check with me. Play action. Another bubble screen here to the near side, and it's caught. Pushing forward to the 5-yard line. It's a Central Catholic first down. As Daniel Specca, the sophomore, makes the reception. His first of the ball game, and that's the way the first quarter comes to a close. Central, 2 touchdowns in the first, and they're knocking on the door for a third when we come back to the second quarter of the Steel City High School Football Showcase, presented by UPMC Sports Medicine here on KDKA+.
Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, a dreamer with a passion for success? With Koza Law Group, your journey starts now. Whether you're dreaming of a small startup or envisioning a global empire, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Starting a business shouldn't be scary. It's about embracing the spirit of innovation, taking calculated risks, and believing in your potential to make a difference. We are more than just legal advisors. We are redefining legal services. Contact us today to experience the Koza Law difference.
Here at Lil Way, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Lil Way is quick turnaround times and a really high quality product.
I can show you the good now, but you're not going to understand how good it is until you know where I came from. Teen mom, dropped out of high school. I came across UPMC's Pathways to Work program, and my life changed 100%. I didn't know that I had these skills. UPMC brought it out of me. And now it's like the light just kind of starts shining.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
These two coaches battling it out tonight, but they also battled in a 2004 WPIL playoff game. Ryan Lehmeyer throwing and intercepted by who else but Charles Morris of Penn Hills when Lehmeyer was playing with the North Hills Indians and Morris with the Penn Hills Indians. Not often that one coach had picked off the other coach in a WPIL playoff game, and North Allegheny Penn Hills went on to win that game. But pretty cool that these two have met in a WPIL matchup.
It is really cool, but Ryan Lehmeyer, as I said earlier, is the same year as me, and so is the Penn Hills coach. And that video right there looked like it's from the 70s. I'm upset about that. So that means I'm old.
Wayner on a keeper starting this second quarter. And Susie Cole has more on this connection between these two head coaches.
Matt, I talked with both Morris and Lehmeyer this week about that legendary pick. Now, Morris seemed to remember more than Lehmeyer did. Morris said, oh yeah, I bug Lehmeyer about this all the time. Now, Lehmeyer said, I think I got hit one or too many times during that game because I don't quite remember that. I'm going to have to see if I can jog his memory here in a little bit. Matt?
That's convenient. That is convenient. As that carry makes it 3rd down and goal here for Central Catholic. And Faulkner untouched. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Elijah Faulkner plunging in there from just 3 yards away, and Central out to a 3-touchdown advantage.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where there's no options for you if you're Penn Hills. And, up front, they're stout, Central Catholic is, and their offensive line's doing a fantastic job for Faulkner. And that was easy money for Faulkner getting in the end zone. But it's coming to a point where it's like, all right, we got to do some soul searching here if you're Penn Hills.
So they don't swing the gate, swinging gate formation, and they just go right to Wayner, who runs it in for another 2-point conversion. They are 3 for 3 on touchdowns and 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. It's 24-0.
Yeah, just stretching it out there, using his blockers and getting some extra points on the board. 24-0 Central Catholic over Penn Hills. And just the start of the second quarter, man. I mean, this game, they've run some up-tempo offense. They've looked good. They've looked very good on every facet of the game, Central Catholic. And Penn Hills, like I said, maybe have to do some soul searching and figure out some ways to get some points here.
If you're offensive coordinator Ryan Ritz, that's the son of Ray Ritz, who was the head coach at Jeanette when Terrell Pryor was at Jeanette. He's the offensive coordinator here at Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Now, going to be having a good day at the office right now.
Oh, feeling pretty good. And I have an intuition that they're probably not going to let their foot off the gas either. They're going to try to score as many points as possible and make sure that everybody doesn't think about that loss that happened last week.
Right.
Get that out of their mind.
And, just to keep it in perspective for the viewers, Penn Hills shut out Pine Richland.
Right.
26-0.
Right.
And now what you're seeing here is some big-time adjustments, and maybe not even adjustments, but just more focus on fundamentals. And sometimes a loss like that last week, Dorn, is the best thing to happen to a team that has such high expectations. I mean, people are putting Central Catholic in the state championship, saying they're going to take on St. Joe's in a few months.
Number 21, 5-yard penalty. We'll re-kick.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to learn from adversity. And, obviously they switched up the game plan last week and caught them off guard. The Pine Richland did. And they switched to the Wildcat, and that's what worked for them last year.
Yep.
Paul Mary, he was the guy who led them to the state championship. And I remember, in the middle of the season, they switched to Paul Mary being the full-time running back and doing the Wildcat, and it worked. So if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it. And they switched to that last week and caught Central Catholic off guard and kept their offense off the field. So Pine Richland getting a lot of credit for last week, but Central Catholic getting all the credit right now in this football game.
Kicks away to the 11. Penn Hills on the return to the 30-yard line. That's Darrell Banks for Penn Hills, trying to get something going on offense. And what they've had is
they've had some opportunities and had some plays open. It's just seemed a little bit rushed. And I think almost the pressure of the scoreboard may be what's rushing the quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to settle. I mean, don't even pay attention to the scoreboard. Go out there and play. Easier said than done, obviously, from up here. But from experience, it's just, hey, I know I can make plays. Maybe I should hold it a tick longer and let my guys get open and down the field. And they have shots run down the field almost every play, so got to take advantage.
And nowhere to go for Natel Mitchell. Central Catholic's defense starting the second opportunity in the second quarter where they left off. A great tackle there by Vernon Settles, who's going both ways today. And again, just Duquesne and Monmouth, some great opportunities there for Zero that even some of these guys, these lower level guys, as far as D1 AA guys and that kind of thing, they can certainly get some more offers here before the season's over.
No doubt, no doubt. Keep playing, keep showing your worth.
Second down, 12, play action. Duggar throws it out into the far side. It's caught. Darrell Banks. Banks is going to be bottled up, pushing forward. Banks thinks he earned himself a first down, but there's a flag that comes flying down late. Initial spot is a yard shy of the sticks.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense number 0. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
So you got to the sticks there, and you almost had a first down. So now you get a personal foul, and you move the ball up some more. I think it might be time to take a shot because you got to get yourself back in this game. You got to create some momentum and shift this momentum from Central Catholic to Penn Hills. If you're Julian Duggar, and now they're in the bunch set, they're wide bunch here. Let's see how they deploy these routes and see if they can take a shot down the field with momentum.
First and 10 from the 46-yard line of Central Catholic. And Duggar gives it off to Key. And Key tries to weave his way forward, and he gets a yard. No further. Key had to make 3 juke moves to even get it back to the original line of scrimmage on that one.
Yeah, that's whenever you could tell that Division I players are on a defense. And the defensive line, they got a star-studded defense. And a lot of guys are going to big schools. And you could just tell from watching Division I players in a high school game, sideline to sideline, and getting off blocks and being strong at the point of attack. And that's what we're seeing from the Central Catholic D-line.
Specca going to Penn State. We've mentioned Cole Sullivan going to Michigan. You got a Big Ten linebacking core there right here at Central Catholic. Second down, 10. Duggar back to Key and back into an awaiting hug there from the Central Catholic defense. Ty Uhas said, "You forgot about me." He's staying home and playing for Pitt.
Gotta forget about my Pitt guy, man. Gotta show them some love. They haven't been getting any love, so and rightfully so. I get it.
You know who they're getting love from? Carlos Zofko. Still giving them love.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Good on Carlos.
Yeah, right. Third down and 9. Shotgun formation. Duggar pressured and sacked. And guess who? Ty Uhas back to back. HTP.
Johnny on the spot. He's playing the nose tackle position here, but I think he's going to play defensive end at Pitt. He's a very, very impressively built high school football player. I was walking next to him down there on the sidelines before the game. He looked like he was already a college football player, so he's going to get bigger.
265?
Yeah, he's going to get and he's going to get nothing but bigger and stronger and faster. Impressive move there, getting that sack.
Punt unit out. Duggar gets it away this time, and it's going to be actually a nice bounce here. That's going to pin Central inside their own 10. We already took a look at the 6A standings. Let's take a look at the 5A Northeast Conference standings. And 5A is just, how do you figure it out? But this conference is also interesting. Penn Hills is at top of it, 3-0 in the conference, 6-1 overall. But Woody High nipping at the heels. They're also undefeated in conference play. And then there's a logjam. You have North Hills, Pine Richlands, both at 500. Shaler and Fox Chapel. Shaler started off hot, and they've now lost 3 in a row, 0-2 in the conference. But This is going to be interesting to see how the 5A playoffs, because remember, top 2 are only guaranteed in each conference and then wild cards from there. So you can't afford to lose when you get into conference play. And that's almost the key here is, Penn Hills can't afford to let anybody go down in this game. I hate to already start talking about that at a 24-0 game, but at some point, that has to creep into the mind of Charles Morris. There's still a season to play here.
Right, and you got to be smart. And obviously, this is a rivalry that we've seen in the past, and it's a great football game, and love seeing these two teams play. But you got to be smart.
Faulkner gets the carry, and he has just a repertoire of moves in his arsenal. It is just fun. Which button is he going to hit?
Yeah, he's only a junior too, so he's not going to get anything but better. I mean, he's quick. Whenever he gets to the line of scrimmage, he can catch, he can run. Very impressive.
Waiter throwing over the middle, back side of the receiver, could not make the completion to Pete Gonzalez. It'll be a 4th down, and Penn Hills defense holds, and special teams unit for Central going to come out here with 7:41 to play in the second.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of silent miscommunication here. Maybe you want to sit and be friendly in the zone hole if you're Pete Gonzalez there, but if Peyton Wayner had a good feel for it, he would have let him, and Pete Gonzalez might have scored in that play because it was wide open like the Red Sea.
Thomas also deep for the Indians.
Kuparius back to punt for Central Catholic. It's going to take a bounce. Actually hit the back of a Central Catholic player. That's going to mark it down at the 47-yard line. That's where Penn Hills offense will go back to work, trying to do something. It is a Friday night in the Steel City, and you're watching the Steel City High School Football Showcase. We're back on KDKA Plus after this.
When you step through that door or shake their hands, will you be prepared? When you stand up for a client or walk into that meeting, will you be ready to prove to them that you deserve to be there?
When you come to Washington and Jefferson, you will be.
Washington and Jefferson College. Are you ready?
Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both U's win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
Looking to escape a dead-end job? We can help. Apply at 2 Men in a Truck today for a good job that can become a great career.
Around here in the fall, Harvest Moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Welcome you back to West Mifflin. Shadow of Kennywood Park here on our Steel City High School Football Showcase, Week 7 across the WPIL. Alongside Doran Dickerson, I'm Matt Fargo. We have Susie Cool down on the sidelines tonight. Happy you tuned in, and it's 24-0 Central Catholic in pre-snap penalty to begin this
Full
drive.
start. Offense, number 9. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Wide receiver should never jump off sides. You should just look in at the ball. You don't even need to know the snap count. Just watch, turn your head, and look at the ball. You should never false start if you are a wide receiver, ever. Ever.
It's crazy that it still happens as much as it does, though. Hoping to get that extra second, right? Motion out of the slot as Mitchell, and they hand it off to Key. Key's going to try to come back here to the near side numbers. Trying to make a man miss. He could not. Amari Shields, nice open field tackle. Another one for 3. Picked up some of that lost penalty yardage and back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll be second down at 10.
Yeah, great job. Great vision here, and great job by the wide receiver on the outside, just shielding the defensive back there and not blocking him in the back and having to go backwards with the penalty. So very smart on that play by the wide receiver of Penn Hills, and great vision by the running back.
2nd down, 10. Faulkner, or I beg your pardon, Key in the backfield. Duggar, we're going to let it fly down to the near sideline. Incomplete. Cameron Thomas, the intended receiver, tried to hook up with Thomas, but coverage by Ashton Blatt for Central.
Yeah, pretty good coverage, but it looked like that Thomas maybe slid up just a little bit right there. I mean, it would have been a tough catch. It would have been a Larry Fitzgerald over-the-shoulder catch, but you still had an opportunity to get the ball down the field and connect on a nice throw, but just missed it just a tad bit.
Now it's 3rd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. They go trips far side. Duggar gets the snap. Rolls to his right. Gonna throw it backside. Got it, man. It's caught. Cameron Thomas is crushed after the catch. But it is a Penn Hills 1st down inside the 20. First time they've been there all day.
This right here is what you call a big boy throw. Now, you never want to throw across your body, but the athleticism and the arm strength of Duggar, look at this, throws all the way across his body. He's still moving to his right, throws across his body, across the field, connects with his wide receiver. That was a very, very impressive throw by Duggar.
1st down and 10. Wildcat formation as Mitchell takes the direct snap and is bottled up as flags fly. Nowhere to go. Holson Gatton
illegal
on
shift,
the tackle.
offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
Holson Gatton caught the touchdown, made the tackle there. Coach Lehmeyer calling him greener than green, meaning a lot of high ceiling for him where he can go from the future. Just a sophomore.
Yeah, got some confidence going here. Nice tackle, has a touchdown. Good play by the sophomore.
Duggar on 1st and 15. All day to throw into the end zone. Throws on the money. Caught for the touchdown. Touchdown Penn Hills. Cameron Thomas from Duggar from 24 yards away.
I mean, just another impressive throw by Duggar. I mean, this is an inside 7 route where the guy runs inside, breaks up a little bit, cuts to the corner, back pylon is your angle, but you cut it off whenever you have man coverage and try to flatten it out. Great job being on the same page by Duggar and his wide receiver there. That was another impressive throw. That was beautiful. Beautiful touchdown.
And Evan the Magnet, Evan the cameraman, coming right into the living room on that shot. Rolling here to the near side. Duggar throwing back corner of the end zone. Toe tapping. No. Out there. Incomplete is the rolling. We're going to take another look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. He's considerably out there. Santana Levy Jordan on the incomplete pass, but Central Catholic still with the 24-6 lead, but Penn Hills is on the board. Come back with us on the Steel City Showcase here on KDKA+.
I started working out with my dad when I was 12 years old. He said, well, everybody else is sleeping, you up working. It's gonna pay off for you. Biggest decisions I ever had to make my junior year. I had my daughter at the time, so, I'm like, I gotta provide. I had the opportunity to leave early. I had to make a decision. Was I gonna leave or was I gonna come back to college for an extra year? I'm about to cry talking about this shit. Once I made that decision to come back, my mindset wasn't just to be good, it was to be great.
My name is Loretta, and this is Special Olympics Pennsylvania.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is competition.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is leadership.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is life-changing.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is unified.
Special Olympics Pennsylvania is inclusion.
And we'll welcome you back here for our Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine. Central Catholic 24-6, but Penn Hills gets on the board. Julian Duggar delivering a beautiful pass to make it happen.
Yeah, I called that the inside 7 route, where the receiver kind of breaks in, pushes up, looks at the depth of the defensive back. If the defensive back is a little bit cushioned over top of you, you want to break it out flat, which is what the wide receiver did. But if he's at the same level, you want to take it to the back pylon. So great job being on the same page there by Julian Duggar and his receiver, and a beautiful throw as well. You know, he's had some impressive throws in this game thus far. We'll see if they can get his team back in it.
Kickoff, going to roll him down. Central Catholic back to work offensively.
Yeah, we talk about it right here. Here's the play. Here's the touchdown right here. So as we roll the film, it's called an inside 7, and you want to break in, go up, and then break to the corner, to the back pylon. If the defensive back is over top of you, if he's at the same level, that's where you break it flat.
Weiner under pressure. Flag comes flying in, going to throw it and undershoot everybody. Incomplete. In the area of holding is where this flag is down, but we'll check with the Zebras.
Holding, offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
The other part of this Central Catholic squad that's so interesting is the 3 former NFL guys that they have on their staff, that you know that how much that means, just that knowledge, and just guys that the kids can look up to.
Right, exactly. Jason Pigston, a guy that I know very well, played at Pitt with, and Derek Moy, I've known him forever too. Those guys bring a lot to the table with this coaching staff.
Weiner shrugs off a couple and then takes the slide, earning some of that lost penalty yardage back, and then some across the 35 to the 37-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 7. Quickly to the line of the Vikings. Back into the belly of Faulkner. And Faulkner gets to the 40-yard line. Faulkner going to get some miles on the car tomorrow. He's headed to Maryland to see Maryland take on Illinois in his official visit to see the Terps. And there's Faulkner one more time. About a yard shy of the first down sticks. It's going to be 4th down and about a yard here for Central Catholic.
Yeah, it's looking like they're going to go for it here. Why not, right? I mean, already attempted an onside kick. You want to get more points on the board.
Don't want to jump here if you're Penn Hills, but a quick snap count. They hand it off, and second push. Looks like Central, and there's going to be a flag that comes flying in here after the play. Might have been the second guy getting caught in the situation here. Both sides were getting handsy. Initial spot. Man, this looks closer where they're spotting it here.
Very close. Yes, it does. I thought he actually got that push from his offensive line to move forward, but it seems that he was down just right at the sticks. Let's see here. That's a good job by defensive line bowing up.
Officials timeout for measurement.
All right, so they're going to measure this because this is important because the penalty comes after the play, after the whistle was. So if this is a turnover on downs, it's still going to, the 15-yard penalties would be assessed to Penn Hills and them getting the ball on offense. Obviously, if it's a first down for Central, which it is, Central gets the first down. So they're going to get the first down, but then they're going to lose the 15 yards, and it's going to be 1st and 10, courtesy of the dead ball penalty.
That could have been.
Result of the play is a first down. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 55. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
I think that recaps everything well.
See, this is where you have to be smart, though, because that could have been a big change of play in this game. I mean,
No
you
doubt.
figure they got it by, what, 2 inches, maybe an inch? If that was turnover on downs and they got the ball with 15 more yards, Penn Hills is, hey, we're playing, right? Right?
Yeah. 4:21 to go here in the first half. Central goes empty once again. As Wayner calls his own number and picks it up to the 35-yard line. If you're wondering, he's 3rd in the WPIAL in passing, and just the FCS offer to St. Francis, but I just like, beyond his physical attributes and what he can do statistically, just seems like a gamer to me.
Oh, yeah, he's tough. I mean, reminds me of Johnny Manziel on the field, obviously. We're talking Johnny Manziel on the field. Very tough player.
There's Wayner again calling his own number, and a flag flies. Check the penalty.
Holding, offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty, replay, second down.
All right, Matt, so there's 3:39 to go in the half, and it seems that, not that Central Catholic's unraveling, but they, are getting undisciplined, and there have been penalties and, some extracurricular, obviously holding there. I mean, if you're Penn Hills and you get a stop here in this drive, you have the confidence to get back in this football game. This is a very important 3.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Yeah, I thought on that when we, after we get past this play, as Wayner looks to the near sideline along with Faulkner on a 2nd down and 15. Wayner going to let it fly down the far side and overshot his intended receiver. Incomplete. Trying to get Daniel Specca, the sophomore. It'll be 3rd down. But yeah, I talked to Ryan Laymeyer earlier this week, and he said, we need to keep Central Catholic off of our schedule, meaning they keep beating themselves. Right. and I thought that was an awesome quote. I didn't hear it ever worded that way. And
how about that? Look at this.
Oh, we're having fun up here in the booth.
Yes, we are.
3rd down, Wayner. Over the middle, on the money. Cole Sullivan, 1st down, Central Catholic. The Michigan man makes the reception for a 1st down for PCC.
Yeah, just a simple over route. And this is a perfect way to run. You got the guy trailing behind you. Nice diving catch. Look at that. Oh, man. Yeah, that was nice. Way to keep the sticks moving.
Handoff goes to Faulkner. Faulkner picks up 2. Second down and 8. .230 to go here in the first half. Wayner goes all the way out to the far side of the formation to tuck one of his receivers up top. And he steps up and going to take off with it. Penn Hills reads it beautifully.
That was a fantastic, crucial play by
Donovan Burnett.
By Burnett there, spinning off of his block, making sure that Wayner doesn't, because if Wayner gets through that, he's probably gone. And that was very, very important for them to slow this offense down. You got a minute 50 left. Got to make sure they don't get on the scoreboard if you're Penn Hills.
Thought on Donovan Burnett here And we're going to get one as we get a timeout.
First charge timeout.
Coach
Central
shared with
Catholic.
me, has autism. Donovan Burnett does. Starts both ways on this Penn Hills squad.
Please put 148
and
on the game
leads
clock.
the team in
148.
sacks.
Thank you.
Coach Morris says that he's very open about it. He says he's one of the heartbeats of this team, and he says it's one of the things that we all need to pause and realize and how impressive that is and what Burnett's able to do. He said he's so unselfish and loves this team.
Oh, man, that's a fantastic story. I love hearing stuff like that. You know, this is a beautiful sport, and it is for everybody. And I love hearing things like that, and a kid giving his full effort because he loves playing and he loves his team, he loves his school, he loves going out there and putting a helmet on, putting a Penn Hills jersey on. I think that's fantastic. Good stuff. Good stuff on Penn Hills, good stuff by this football team.
It's third down and out of the timeout as Central Catholic wanted to talk things over. Shot of the crowd here at West Mifflin. Central Catholic always road warriors, even when they're home, no matter where they play, whether it's Carnegie Mellon University here at West Mifflin, all throughout Western Pennsylvania, finding homes and appreciative of all the places that allow them to call home.
First charge timeout. Penn Hills.
The battle of wits here between these coaches continues as Penn Hills now burns a timeout on this third down and 8. And I think if you're Charles Morris, you're starting to think a little bit about getting the ball back here. You go down, lead a drive before halftime. Ball game far from over. If you can punch one into the end zone here, you get the ball to start the second half. Things can roll your way quickly should you play this right.
Yeah, they're on their own, 43-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. You get a big stop here. You know, you have at least a minute and some change left to drive down the field. I mean, you just saw what Duggar did on the last series. And he has the capability of breaking the game open at any time, whether he's running, whether he's throwing. And they have shots down the field. Guys have been getting open. So see if they take advantage of it.
Let's take a look at the Whitfield Insiders Top 25 updated from Carlos Zofko himself. We just mentioned him earlier in the broadcast. New number 1, Central Catholic goes down last week. Peters Township is Whitfield Insiders' new numero uno. It's North Allegheny 3. Aliquippa, the single A school playing in 4A, is the 4th best team in all of the Whitfield. And it's just something I shake my head at. How about Mooncrack in the top 25 at 24 as well? Know that I don't see West A in there, though, Dorn.
Well, you know, you can't win every year, Matt. You can't win every year, so it's okay.
Third down. Coming across. They got Settles. Settles trying to weave his way. And got a first down. Vernon Settles moves the sticks for Central Catholic, and now they're putting the pedal back on the floor here.
Yeah, what a great football player Settles is. I mean, all over the field on defense, you know, delivering big hits, and now moving the chains on offense. Really good football player.
Back to pass, Wayner trying to put it on the money, and he almost did. Incomplete. So close, trying to hook up with Daniel Specca.
Yeah, Specca had a step on him here. Oh, that's about 2 or 3 times that he's not been on the same page with his receiver. If they connect those, I mean, this game could be blown open by now. But Penn Hills lives to see another down. Minute 28 left. 2nd down and 10. Let's see what Central Catholic draws up here. See if they try to go for it.
Keep in mind, Specca led the Whitfield 6A champs in tackles as a freshman. Right on the money there, and it settles. Vernon Settles at the 15, and he's inside the 15-yard line. First down, Pittsburgh Central Catholic. And it's another combo. Wayner hooking up with Vernon Settles yet again.
I mean, the middle of the field's been wide open all game, and we obviously saw the touchdown earlier in the slot, in the seam, and now they're running across the field on far cross routes and just gashing Penn Hills.
Faulkner, not much doing there, and now I think clock management here for Pittsburgh Central Catholic, coming up on a minute to play. You want to end this drive with 6 and start removing some doubt going into the locker room on the other side. Wayner. Right over the top. Oh, settles. Couldn't corral it. Incomplete. Settles is taking off for Homestead right now.
If you're Mitchell here, number one, you just want to drop a tad bit farther. You have the ability to run up and make a tackle. You don't want to give up a touchdown. If he drops a tad bit farther in that zone hole, it's probably an interception, and you're happy heading into halftime with a turnover on downs. 3rd and 14, though. Let's see what they got.
Wayner back to pass. Everybody's coming. They try to set the screen pass, and it's intercepted. Picked off. Penn Hills. Javar Currington, a freshman, with the pick. And there's a flag down after the play.
This is the play that they've been gashing him on all game. The wide receiver screen, the middle screen, and I'd like to think that there was an adjustment there of sliding a guy out right where that middle screen gets connected on, and great job. I mean, this is what we talked about that last
result of the play was interception. After the play, personal foul, late hit, offense number 54. It's 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's not what you want to do if you're Central, giving them 15 for free more yards. But if you're Penn Hills and defensive coordinator Levon Wesley, who played with Charles Morris in high school and in college, got to be happy with getting a turnover after what has been a tough first half.
Yeah, we talked about the last play before that. You know, if Mitchell would have dropped a little bit farther, probably would have been a turnover. You would have been happy going in at halftime. There, you create a turnover, you do your job, you get out in the right hole and stop the wide receiver screen. And now you have the ball. You have Julian Duggar at quarterback, too. So he can make a play at any time. Got 39 seconds.
Throwing over to the far side. It is completed. Duggar hooking up with Darrell Banks.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 from the 39.
Duggar stepping up into the pocket. Rolling into the near side. Gonna throw. Incomplete. Same receiver Darrell Banks was intended for.
Now, I know Julian Duggar wants to make a play here, and he's getting out of the pocket and using his legs, but he has to have some time management. He's got to understand that he doesn't have that much time to scramble and try to make a play unless he's going downfield. You want to get that ball out of your hand so you can save some clock to draw up a pretty good play to get a chunk here to try to score some points. But 12 seconds left, and they have turned guys free in the back end, so we'll see if they get one here.
Duggar with pressured. Avoids it, moves to his far side. Now he's going to let it fly down the far side. It is incomplete. With 2 ticks to play here on the first half.
Yeah, trying to make a play. Tries to sprint out to his left, turns to his right, flips his hips. He's been a tad bit off on these sideline throws. Within a yard each time.
And another play that just kind of took too much time to develop there.
Yep.
You know, it took 10 seconds for that play. Two seconds. 4th down. Final play unless a defensive penalty. Duggar going to run it out of bounds and end the half. 24-6. Central Catholic will have the advantage going into the locker room. Penn Hills get the ball to start the second half. And for how it started, Doran, Penn Hills did start to figure things out, and maybe a little bit of Central Catholic getting a little complacent there in the second half, because the way that started, this could have been way over.
Yeah, and good on Ryan Laymeyer and his offensive staff of coming out with tempo offense and driving the ball down the field and getting points on the board very quick within the first quarter. It looked like the game was going to get away from Penn Hills, but it's 24-6. You still have an opportunity to go out here and score some points in the second half. So, it's not over, and you have to have that mentality that, hey, you know what, we're down right now, but we have a chance to get back in it. We have a chance to make some plays, and you have proof in the pudding of what happened on their scoring drive whenever Duggar drove down the field and connected with his receiver in the end zone. So if you're Penn Hills, it's like, we could play better, but we still have an opportunity to go out here and try to win a game.
Central Catholic comes out. First two possessions of the ball game, they get into the end zone. They punched it into the end zone twice and then made it a third. There was a 3-touchdown advantage. It was 24-0, and then Penn Hill's able to find their way into the sixth. Coming up at halftime, we're going to take a look at the Whippeal Insiders top 10 plays, and we'll also get a chance to chat with UPMC Sports Medicine. Let's go down now to Susie Cool.
Coach, you talked about the extra edge that your team was going to come with this week after last week's loss. Where are you seeing that be most productive on your offense tonight?
Well, I think, we're playing physical and we're playing fast. We just got to play a little more under control. I think some of those penalties and stuff we got to clean up, and we got to make some adjustments here at halftime. Just in all three phases, we got some stuff to clean up.
Earlier this week, you also talked about Penn Hill's quarterback Julian Duggar and how he's just an elite offensive player. Where's your defense best containing him tonight?
Well, I think he does everything well, and he's touching the ball every play. So we have to limit some of the big plays he made. That throw there was pretty incredible. So again, just trying to keep him off balance and just trying to contain him. It's hard to stop him, but we got to contain him.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Susie, and thanks, Coach. Halftime here at West Mifflin. Pittsburgh Central Catholic leads at 24-6. Our halftime show. When we come back on the backside of this break, you are watching the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented to you by UPMC Sports Medicine. We'll be back on KDKA Plus.
Sure, I'll be there at 5 a.m. I can binge one more episode.
Let's face it, you don't always set yourself up for success.
5 more minutes. Where are my work shoes?
But GBU Life makes it easy with life insurance and annuity products to help secure your future, so you have the freedom to do more of what you love.
Congratulations! Retiring early must be nice. What are you going to do first?
I think I'll sleep in.
Secure your future today. Visit gbu.org.
La Roche University set me up for success. When I went to La Roche to visit, it stole my heart.
I transferred to La Roche because my original school just didn't work out. La Roche, I was able to be on the basketball team. They had majors I wanted, and financial aid and their assistance helped out a lot.
La Roche students have access to it all: the culture and connections in Pittsburgh and a residential campus in the North Hills. Tour campus and you'll receive a $250 visit grant. Learn about our fall events at laroche.edu.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
Pittsburgh. Its long and proud heritage is beautifully preserved in the awe-inspiring buildings that surround it, in the places where we live, where we worship, and where we play. One company has been awarded the challenge of restoring all that great heritage for nearly 75 years. Mariani and Richards, restoring the heritage, preserving the pride.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Steel City Showcase High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by UPMC Sports Medicine. The Central Catholic Vikings up 24-6 over the Penn Hills Indians. And while there are great plays being made on the field, there's a lot of great plays being made off the field as well. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they've teamed up with Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and the mentoring partnership to build their inaugural Steelers all-peer team. This team features 11 high school football players from around the region that are just out and about in the community and mentoring their teammates. This week's recipient is senior running back from South Fayette High School, Nate Deans. As a 2-year captain for the Lions, Nate is always looked to in challenging situations and viewed as a coach on the field that's pretty great for an 18-year-old. On track to be a 3-time all-conference player, Nate is looked at by the senior class as a role model, organizing community service with the Light of Life Rescue Mission and providing bag lunches for over 150 homeless children and families. This year, Nate has earned over $1,000 that's going to be donated to the South Fayette Athletic Program. I mean, congratulations, Nate. A huge shout out to you. So while Nate Deans is making big plays off the field, we're seeing some incredible football here tonight at Titan Stadium in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. And of course, there's those top 10 plays from last week as well. We got to go to our favorite guy, our Whippeal insider, Carlo Azovko. He's going to give you all the top 10 plays from last week's action. Take it away, Carlo.
Welcome back to the Whippio Insider Show presented by Franjo Construction. I am your host and Whippio Insider, Carlos Offco. Boy, did we have a week of upsets last week in Week 6, and some of those top plays from those upsets will be making the list and the countdown. I gotta say, it was another great week of Whippio football, and we're showing you the 10 best plays of Week 6. At number 10, the South Park Eagles make the list yet again. It's junior do-it-all running back Eric Daru. He takes the Wildcat and shoots the gap and finds the end zone. South Park with a big win last week. At number 9, we go back to Avonworth, and I feel like the Lopes have been making a weekly appearance on this countdown, and it's quite easy to do when you have a do-it-all guy like Andrew Cuban. This time, he takes the reverse and finds senior wide receiver Harrison Holloway with a huge touchdown. Avonworth comes back to beat Beaver last week in a huge conference showdown. At number 8, we're going to Pine Richland, and it's their senior running back Ethan Pillar, who ran the ball more than 50 times last week, and this 42-yard scamper was the best of the bunch. He went for 297 total as Pine Richland has the massive upset over Central Catholic. At number 7, Peters Township makes the list yet again, and they are still undefeated. Another win. Number 1 team in the Whippio, and it's big thanks to the senior wide receiver Carter Shanafelt, who can score in really all sorts of phases of the game. 4 touchdowns last week, an interception on defense. Peters Township gets the win, takes the number 1 overall spot in the WPIAL. At number 6, the California Trojans make their debut on the list, and it's the big senior linebacker Jake Lehu, who's just filling in the hole and the ball appears in his lap. He takes it all the way to the house. California with a huge win over West Green. They're a team to look out for in 1A this year. Let's take a minute to thank our sponsors, Franjo Construction. Franjo Construction, Western Pennsylvania's leader in commercial construction. Nestled in the heart of Homestead, Pennsylvania, this family-owned business is a beacon of trust and reliability. Recognized as the industry's go-to general contractor, Franjo isn't just about building structures, it's about building relationships. Every project is unique, and the integrated approach ensures your visions come to life, executed perfectly. As a rapidly growing organization, Franjo is dedicated to seeking the best talent who thrive in a fast-paced and challenging environment. Franjo values the importance of quality craftsmanship and strives to employ employees who prioritize enhancing their professional careers as well as themselves. Franjo offers top-notch training that ensures your success. Become a part of the Franjo family and reap the benefits of competitive wages, 401k, excellent benefits, and paid time off. Franjo Construction, uniting our team and customers to build the future. Apply today. Back to the action, we go to number 5, and we go down to Monroeville. The Gateway Gators lock up the conference championship last week, and this big play had a big reason to do with it. Senior quarterback Brad Birch finds his junior wide receiver Kenny Lewis, who bounces off a defender and gets into the end zone. At number 4, the Carleton Cougars make their debut on the list. It's the Jacob Stifler who blocks the Chartiers Houston punt and takes it to the house himself. The Cougars get a huge win last week. Carleton, making the list in a big way. At number 3, we're going to South Fayette, and this is where senior quarterback Nico Lamonde finds his go-to target, Michael Jimmy Gliano, who makes the huge diving grab. The Lions go on to win over Plum. At number 2, we're going to continue with the debuts. This time, the Olsh Chargers make their debut, and it's the junior wide receiver, Ethan Gardner. He goes up top over defenders all night long as we show the 2 best catches of the night. 2 huge grabs for the Chargers as they're trying to rebound their season. And at number 1, in the upset of the season, it was the Trinity Hillers who take down the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. The senior running back, Andrew Durig, takes the pitch and runs over Thomas Jefferson. Trinity defends their turf in a huge upset over TJ. We're going to call it the upset of the season. Big win for the Trinity Hillers. And that'll be the top 10 plays from Week 6 of Western PA football. This is the WIPIO Insider Show presented by Franjo Construction. I'm your host and WIPIO Insider, Carlos Offco, and I'll be seeing you next week.
As always, Carlos, such a great job with the top 10 plays of the week. And to all the players that were in those top 10 plays as well, great job. If you missed those top 10 plays, you want to check them out again, or you just need to know anything about WPIAL football, you can go and check out our WIPIO Insider himself on X, or formerly Twitter, at WIPIO_Insider. Keeping on the trend of big plays, we got to check out last week's sights and sounds from our Steel City High School football game last week. That was between Bishop Canevin and Cornell. Bishop Canevin coming out with a massive 21-13 win. Let's check out these sights and sounds.
Out of 117 high school football teams that play in the WPIAL, one of the smallest is in a town called Coraopolis, Pennsylvania, home of the Cornell Raiders. Tonight, they steal the spotlight on our showcase game of the week against the Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Jackson fumbles the snap, goes back and gets it, picks it back up, and he is dumped in the backfield. Back to pass, throwing on a slant route, it's completed, and pulling defenders with him. C.J. Jackson, who gets the snap here. Rolling here to the near side is Jackson, looking to throw. He throws it into the end zone, back of the end zone, caught for the touchdown! It's caught by Mikey Keys! Throwing into the back of the end zone. He's got cross on a crossing pattern for a Canevin touchdown. First down 10. Olszewski throwing over the middle, and it is caught for the touchdown. Jason Cross, second time tonight for number 2. Olszewski will look to throw deep into the end zone. It is intercepted. Keys in the end zone. Quarterback going to sling it over the middle of the field. Got his man. It breaks free and into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornell. Julian Cordice. Bishop Canevin comes to Franklin Terry Stadium tonight, and they hand the Cornell Raiders their first loss of the season. Crusaders, who improved to 5-1, and Cornell drops to 6-1.
I'm Andy Sheehan. I'm the lead investigator with KDKA Investigates. I live in Pittsburgh. I've raised my kids here. For decades now, I've worked trying to uncover wrongs. We looked at the quality of water here. We found dangerous levels of lead in the water. We dug further. The city's water authority took action. And today, they have replaced more than half of the lead service lines throughout the entire city of Pittsburgh. We uncover a problem, we get answers, positive change for you and your family.
Good job. Excellent job. Okay? That was tough competition, but it was good competition. It shows you what we need to work on. You can't give up. Okay? And you never have. You've never made excuses. So we just get back in, we get in the trenches, we play 2 games tomorrow, and then we see what we end up with. Got it? Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3.
La Roche University set me up for success. When I went to La Roche to visit, it stole my heart.
I transferred to La Roche because my original school just didn't work out. La Roche, I was able to be on the basketball team. They had majors I wanted, and financial aid and their assistance helped out a lot.
La Roche students have access to it all: the culture and connections in Pittsburgh and a residential campus in the North Hills. Tour campus and you'll receive a $250 visit grant. Learn about our fall events at laroche.edu.
This Saturday, tune in to KDKA Plus for D3 college football as the Grove City Wolverines battle the Allegheny Gators. This Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
You can now get more local news on KDKA Plus. More breaking news.
Residents are being asked to stay outside of their house.
More community stories. More weather.
A couple of funnel clouds were spotted.
Weekdays at 12:30 on KDKA Plus.
Maya, can you come in here, please?
Yeah, Dad, what's up?
Is that your brother on the TV?
Yeah, that's my brother. It looks like it's tonight's game.
But how can that be your brother? I have never missed a single game.
We couldn't do it tonight. Remember, you broke your foot.
Right. Well, I don't know who's putting on this production, but without them, I'd be missing this.
Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, a dreamer with a passion for success? With Koza Law Group, your journey starts now. Whether you're dreaming of a small startup or envisioning a global empire, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Starting a business shouldn't be scary. It's about embracing the spirit of innovation, taking calculated risks, and believing in your potential to make a difference. We are more than just legal advisors. We are redefining legal services. Contact us today to experience the Koza Law difference.
Welcome back, everybody, to a massive non-divisional matchup between the Central Catholic Vikings and the Penn Hills Indians tonight in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania at Titan Stadium. The Vikings up 24-6 over the Indians at half. We're going to get into the second half soon. I'm Susie Cole alongside Matt Fargo and Doran Dickerson in the booth. And right now, Matt's going to bring you an interview with somebody from UPMC Sports Medicine. Matt?
Thanks very much, Susie. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm joined by David Tumbas of UPMC Sports Medicine, Manager of Business Development, and so kind enough to join us because we were bringing you high school football all season long, but the only way we do that is with great partners, and with great partners comes UPMC Sports Medicine. So first of all, David, thank you, and thank you to UPMC Sports Medicine for supporting not only our coverage of high school football and our games, but Western Pennsylvania athletes all over our region.
Matt, thank you very much. We're proud to be here, and it's a great environment, and we do enjoy our sports.
No question. Does it feel nice to be out on a Friday night? Does it throw it back to some memories of being out here covering games?
It does, and I started with UPMC several years ago after a Major League Baseball career as an athletic trainer, and I went to a lot of games on Friday nights, and probably missed a lot of things at home, but it's enjoyable to come to the end of my career with UPMC and then be out at a game tonight.
No question about it. And with Western Pennsylvania athletes, UPMC doesn't just cover the top athletes. We know what they do with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the University of Pittsburgh, but they're covering the common athlete, the athlete, and maybe just the common person even beyond that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, from the youth athlete, as you mentioned, the professional athlete, that whole gamut, and those that are active. And at UPMC, there's comprehensive care. And so there's the orthopedic surgeons, the primary care docs, the PM&R docs, not to mention imaging and physical therapy and athletic training, which I'm part of. And, the whole collection of sports nutrition and then behavioral health, which is a big issue right now. And so we have that. And when someone comes to us, in a number of our facilities, they have that right at their fingertips, and we can take care of them.
With high school football, one of the topics that has come up in recent years is concussions, sure. And there's specific efforts being put forth by UPMC Sports Medicine to have that care and have preventative care to avoid that.
Absolutely. I mean, it started with our baseline testing that Mickey Collins put together and Mark Lovell years ago, and Dr. Fu went out and brought those two people to us, and that was key for us. And now the program that has developed into into Ireland, and we have a very large concussion program in Ireland, and the research that we're doing, the lives that we're helping out, the key is to get to us and get to a physician, early. Don't let it sit for 2, 3, 4 days a week. Get there and get looked at so you can get back in.
No question about it. And not only do they focus on that, but also beyond Pittsburgh.
Yes.
This is Western Pennsylvania and being streamed worldwide, but UPMC has expanded their coverage beyond just Western Pennsylvania.
Absolutely. I mean, our athletic trainers in the groups that we have, we're in Erie, we're in Williamsport. People that do come into the facility from outside. Major colleges send people here. Major League Baseball, you'll see umpires here, and the concussion program is a big part of that. And professional athletes that come, a lot of soccer. We're doing a lot of soccer athletes that from around the world that come in, and we're taking care of them besides the local people.
David, thanks so much for taking some time out and supporting our high school football. I want you to stick around, and I want to talk baseball with you because you have some great stories.
I've got some good stories.
Yeah, that would be fun. But thanks again for stopping by and for your support in UPMC Sports Medicine, support of our broadcast this year.
Thank you, Matt. It's
David
been a pleasure.
Tumbas joining us here at halftime. It is Pittsburgh Central Catholic with the victory. When we come back, Doran Dickerson rejoins me, and we'll have the first half highlights and get you ready for the second half between the Indians and the Vikings. You're watching the Steel City High School Football Showcase right here on KDKA+.
Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both U's win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
United Rentals understands that your routine is never routine. That's why we stand in the same dirt, ready to help you work with unmatched equipment and expertise that turn worries into wins. So as the weather shifts, plans change, and project complexity increases, we stand united with you. United Rentals. Work united.
I can show you the good now, but you're not going to understand how good it is until you know where I came from. Teen mom, dropped out of high school. I came across UPMC's Pathways to Work program, and my life changed 100%. I didn't know that I had these skills. UPMC brought it out of me. And now it's like the light just kind of starts shining.
Tune in this Friday to the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine as the Moon Area Tigers take on the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Are you ready?
And we'll welcome you back here to West Mifflin High School, the shadows of Kennywood Park. And this has been an interesting one, to say the least, as Central Catholic has a 24-6 advantage as we welcome you back inside the booth alongside Doran Dickerson, Matt Fargo with you. And I don't know which ride at Kennywood you'd attribute that first half to, depending upon which sides. It was the Phantom's revenge, maybe, for Pittsburgh Central Catholic in the way that they came out hot in that first couple series.
Definitely, and the Thunderbolt was going there as well. And I'm expecting a Thunderbolt performance from Penn Hills, who is going to get the ball at halftime. And, they have a chance. It's 24-6. They kept themselves in the game. It looked like the game was going to get away from them, but they kept themselves alive. Now Julian Duggar has an opportunity to lead his offense down the field and score a touchdown.
All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights. This was a dime on the money from Peyton Wayner, and Central Catholic was on the way. 2-point conversion here by Faulkner made it 8-0, and they just kept pouring it on. There's the another 2-point conversion from Peyton Wayner, and Central Catholic's defense, they were playing pretty well too, getting a sack there. Julian Duggar was being smothered there early in this ball game. Faulkner goes untouched into the end zone for another Central Catholic touchdown. They add it to make it 24-0. Central Catholic is rolling at this point.
Yeah, they ran the up-tempo offense to start the game. They wanted to make a statement. They know what happened last week. They wanted to get that out of their mind and keep pushing forward. And then obviously Julian Duggar did his thing and made a play, made a series, created a series that they got some points on the board. Beautiful, beautiful throw there by Duggar on the corner route to keep his team alive. Definitely kept the Indians at least in striking distance, knowing that they're going to get the second half kickoff. Let's take a look at the first half statistics. Total yards in favor of Central Catholic, 239 to 126. 13-8 in first down. Central Catholic's the only team to turn the football over, and they're also losing in the penalty yards department. And I think that's what we were kind of alluding to, Doran, going into the break, was Central really could have had this thing well in hand had those maybe not gone that way. Right, we don't. They didn't unravel. They're not unraveling right now, but there were some mistakes, and you have to be disciplined. Look, these two teams are juggernauts, within their respective classification, and this was going to be a physical football game, as we've been saying all night long. And it's the second half. It's going to be, exciting because you have guys that can make plays all over the field, whether it's offense or defense. That's what we've seen thus far, and hopefully we see it even more in this half coming up. Curious to ask you, we talked about how the loss last week for Central may be the best thing. It almost feels like it was the worst thing for Penn Hills. That sometimes you can't stop the momentum from a mental side of things, and that's nothing that Penn Hills did or didn't do. Right, but you got to take care of your job. You got to take care of what you know and how you play football. It's about you. It's not about the opponent. It's about yourself. And if Penn Hills just figures that out this half, they have an opportunity to go out there and make this a pretty close game. All right, so touchback to start things off. Central Catholic defense back out there, and we get Julian Duggar and the Penn Hills offense to take the field to start this second half of play. As much talk as we've had with what Central Catholic has had in terms of the recruiting side of things, Xavier Thomas for Penn Hills, he's got an offer by Akron, Bradley Gompers, Pitt, Penn State, WVU, and Colson Gatton also in there as far as some other guys for the Central Valley or the Central Catholic side of things. They hand it off on first down. Key picks up the 30-yard or the 20-yard line, so no gain on the play. And ironically, the success that Pine Richland had last week, which was running between the tackles, has not been open much for Penn Hills today. No, they've done a good job, Central Catholic has, of closing the gaps up and being run sound. But, Julian Duggar has the opportunity to, not this play, but at some point, break this game open by throwing a deep shot. That's Anthony Specca in the backfield. Anthony Specca's a guy, he's been playing since his freshman year. I think he had offers after his freshman year, and as a sophomore has been a highly talented recruit for many years here in the WPIAL, and obviously headed to Penn State to play middle linebacker, but fantastic football player, fantastic instincts at that middle linebacker spot. Pre-snap penalty, and as we check this penalty, we'll go downstairs to Susie Cole.
You talk about that run game that Pine Richland put up on Central Catholic right up the middle of the field, and I talked with head coach Ryan Lehmeyer about that this week. How do you contain the middle a little bit better? He said, well, first of all, you got to turn the page. We've got a mature group. They've done a good job of turning their wounds into wisdom and moving on, and of course, each opponent is a little bit different. This opponent is played like they are coached to hit, and that was their big focal point going against Penn Hills this week. Matt?
Thanks, Susie. Third down, 9 to go. They stack 3 receivers to the top of the formation for Duggar, and they'll motion out Key. Duggar goes back to pass, has all day to throw. Nice clean pocket. Now there's some pressure. He'll throw in duress and throw out of bounds. Incomplete, fourth down. Yeah, quick drive for Penn Hills. Good job by Central Catholic of coming out, firing this second half. Penn Hills choosing to run the ball to start this series, but nothing there on that last play. Duggar throws it away, and now they will punt it away to Central Catholic. We talked about offensive coordinator Ryan Ritz, but how about defensive coordinator Jay Bell, former North Catholic defensive coordinator, joining the Pittsburgh Central Catholic staff this year, and almost got a second block, did Cole Sullivan, as this one rolls inside the 40 and will be down there. Want to thank our sponsors. We talked with one of them at halftime. Thanks to UPMC Sports Medicine, Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, GBU Life, 2 Men at a Truck, Koza Law Group, Special Olympics Pennsylvania, LeWay Enterprises, Ready Premium Hydration, LaRoche University, Mariani and Richards Incorporated, Washington and Jefferson College, The Waterfront, Panera Bread, Allegheny College, and United Rentals. Thank you to all of our sponsors, bringing you high school football each and every Friday night this fall. First down and 10, Central Catholic to work. Sullivan in motion out of the slot. They hand it off Faulkner. Faulkner bouncing off another tackle and across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Well, Faulkner's not the biggest guy, 5'10", 190 pounds, has good size, but he just has some amazing strength, and he's just so good in the hole and using his feet, using his vision, and then lowering the pads.
And he's got a steady workload as he gets another carry here to the 46-yard line. And, you know, watching him, Doran, all through this game, I keep thinking about it, and there's a story behind it, but he really does run like former Central Catholic running back Kyle Wilson. And here he is again getting another carry, and he breaks free. Faulkner to the end zone. Elijah Faulkner to the end zone, 54 yards. The half-brother of Kyle Wilson
Injury
goes
time
the
out.
distance of 54 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, just snuck through there. I mean, his footwork is just, it's amazing. And whenever he gets in the hole, and then it's not just about the footwork. It's not going side to side, but whenever you put your foot in the ground, can you get upfield and have that explosion to take off? And he has that second gear. He has that first gear in the hole. Look, watch right here, boom. And then he puts his foot in the ground, he's gone. Now that's what you need to play at the next level, and he has all those tools. Impressive run. Good job on the offensive line as well. Always want to give the big guys some credit.
Extra point, wow, right on cue. Faulkner goes into the end zone for the touchdown. That's Faulkner's 11th touchdown, or I beg your pardon, his 12th touchdown of the season.
Talk about Kyle Wilson, and you know, we used to get our hair cut at the same place, so I knew him since he was very little. And you know, the tragedy that happened whenever years ago, and obviously he means so much to a lot of people and meant so much to a lot of people. And you know, right on cue, as you said.
I'm going to be honest with you, Doran. I'm stunned.
I
mean,
me
that
too.
was just like on the second that you say his name and is unbelievable. Well, we're going to talk more about that when we come back. Pittsburgh Central Catholic 31-6 lead over Penn Hills here in the showcase. We'll be back.
Around here in the fall, harvest moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
Looking to escape a dead-end job? We can help.
Apply at 2 Men in a Truck today for a good job that can become a great career.
This Saturday, tune in to KDKA Plus for D3 college football as the Grove City Wolverines battle the Allegheny Gators. This Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
Well, we were talking about Kyle Wilson, who lost his life 15 years ago on October 28th, 2008. He was a Pittsburgh Central Catholic running back, the starting tailback here at Central Catholic. They founded the Kyle B. Wilson Scholarship Fund. They will have a gala on October 28th this year to celebrate Kyle's life. Pittsburgh Central Catholic community around Kyle when he has passed, and his legacy has been kept alive. And his half-brother is Elijah Faulkner, who had that last touchdown the second that we mentioned Kyle's name. And that's why you got to love football sometimes, Doran, because Kyle's here tonight, and there's no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. And Kyle loved football, and he's been very missed by a lot of people, and just right on cue, and just amazing that stuff like that happens. And you know, you get those signs, and you know that he's here, and you can feel him.
Played midget football with Kyle. He's 7 days older than me, and he always reminded me of that. And just to be up here and have this moment with somebody who knew him, shout out to them. KyleBWilsonScholarshipFund.org if you'd like to purchase tickets and go to the gala. There's a bunch of great memorabilia that will be on there. It's will be downtown Pittsburgh on October 28th. But to be blunt, I'm still just stunned on that one. First down and 10 for Penn Hills. Bubble screen to the far side. It is Continental Mitchell. Mitchell pushes it up across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and that is a first down for the Indians. Keeping it simple here, Doran, for Penn Hills, not looking at the scoreboard, just trying to get some first downs together.
Yeah, get some momentum going, and you know, they took a page out of Central Catholic's book. That's what they've been liking to do all game long, is throw outside to the receivers and let the receivers make a play. So good job of moving the sticks.
We got a penalty down here. We'll check with our official.
Full start. Offense, number 58. 5-yard penalty. First down.
As we said in the first half, Matt, you know, they have shots down the field, and if Duggar just waits a split second longer, I'm anxious to see how they deploy, you know, this series, because receivers are getting open that split second later, and if Duggar just holds the ball just a little bit longer, he's going to have a shot.
Duggar steps up, shrugs off one, going down near side. It is caught, stop and go, move, first down. On the reception, Darrell Banks. First down, Indians. And a great job of putting the foot in the turf to get the first down here.
Yeah, Duggar almost lost the ball there on the snap, and then he gets out of the pocket. He does his thing that he does very well, throwing on the move, finding his receiver down the field. Good job of staying in bounds, not going out of bounds by the receiver, getting the first down.
First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Duggar steps up into the pocket, rolls here to the near side, and going to take it and run with it. He has help arriving. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be 15 more. Colson Gatton, a sophomore move here, I think, underclassman, wanting to make sure that you secure a tackle, and I think he secured it a little bit too long.
Another one of my former teammates right here, Brandon Ballard, who's the referee, the official there. And a bunch of my guys here at this game.
How about it?
Right?
They knew you were coming.
Yep.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 40. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So you got to take advantage of these, you know,
Yes.
Matt. You got to take advantage. If you're Penn Hills, I mean, obviously you just let up a score to start the half, but You come down here, score, kind of control the tempo of this game. Now you're going to have an opportunity. You're at around, the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. Get the ball in the end zone here. Play some good defense. Score looks crazy. It looks like it's a big gap, but with how dynamic Penn Hills can be at times, they can put the ball in the end zone and score some points and get themselves back in it.
First down and 10 from the Central 29. Duggar back to pass. Has time. Surveys, looks, hit as he throws, and he throws incomplete as he took a lick on that one. That was Ashton Blatt.
So you almost want to use scramble rules here. If you're a receiver coming across the field, you got to know where the defender's at because Julian Duggar's rolling out in the pocket. And he's trying to look for somebody to be open. So scramble rules, one guy goes down the field, one guy just jets towards the sideline and tries to keep his feet in bounds and just looked like his receivers weren't able to escape the coverage.
Do receivers know where they're going with that? We'll answer that question as Duggar surveys again, rolling, conducts, flag comes flying in. And Duggar sidesteps a man, spins out of one, and gets tripped up shy of the 20. I think this play's going to come back either way. But to answer my question, do receivers know which way you're going, or is it just a decision based off the play?
Well, it's where you're at in the levels of the field.
Holding, offense, number 60, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
So say you have a high receiver that's on top, that's the farthest down the field. You have a middle receiver and you have a low receiver. The high receiver, if you're running towards the sideline, you want to turn up and run up the field like you're running a go route. The middle receiver wants to keep going towards the sideline, and the low receiver wants to go towards the sideline as well, or push up and create separation and run a little comeback route just to give your quarterback an option whenever he is rolling out. So you should be on the same page.
Second down, 20 after the penalty. Duggar avoids a sack by stepping up and dumps it off to the far side. It is completed to Cameron Thomas. Thomas picks up the first down, bouncing off of tacklers and inside the 20-yard line, inside the 15, down to the 14.
It's so hard to stop whenever you have a quarterback that's that athletic and get out in the pocket. And we see a lot in high school football. Most of the quarterbacks are the best athletes on the team. Now in high school football, we see it with Wayner. If these guys get on the move and use their feet and extend plays, receivers are usually able to get open. It's hard to cover people that long whenever you can escape a pass rush and use your feet and throw in the move.
First down, 10. Duggar looking, more pressure, throws it into the end zone, on the money for the touchdown. It's Cameron Thomas. A 14-yard pass and catch. There is a flag down in the end zone. I think this happened after the touchdown.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 7. Central Catholic has elected to take this 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Duggar obviously making a play there. Thomas making a play for his quarterback. That's what we talked about. You know, they're explosive, and at times, you know, they can put some points on the board, but you have to be smart in situations like this, right, man?
But I'm going to say this, Dorn. I don't know what you think. I don't know if you saw what he did. He spun the football.
Oh,
I don't know if that in the world that we are living here in the Coach Prime era of football that we're living in, are we really going to say spinning the football? Because I don't know if you spun the football at West Day that you're going to get called for a flag.
That was just excessive. That was excessive.
Throwing end zone incomplete. 2-point conversion fails, but Penn Hills inches closer, 31-12. They trail the Vikings of Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Third quarter action in our showcase here on KDKA Plus. We'll be back.
Tune in this Friday to the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine as the Moon Area Tigers take on the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA Plus. Are you ready?
You can now get more local news on KDKA Plus. More breaking news.
Residents are being asked to stay outside of their house
more community stories, more weather.
A couple of funnel clouds were spotted.
Weekdays at 12:30 on KDKA+.
Pittsburgh. Its long and proud heritage is beautifully preserved in the awe-inspiring buildings that surround it, in the places where we live, where we worship, and where we play. One company has been awarded the challenge of restoring all that great heritage for nearly 75 years. Mariani and Richards, restoring the heritage, preserving the pride.
I started working out with my dad when I was 12 years old. He said, while everybody else is sleeping, you up working. It's gonna pay off for you. Biggest decisions I ever had to make my junior year. I had my daughter at the time, so, I'm like, I gotta provide. I had the opportunity to leave early. I had to make a decision. Was I gonna leave or was I gonna come back to college for an extra year? I'm about to cry talking about this shit. Once I made that decision to come back, my mindset wasn't just to be good, it was to be great.
There's a great shot of high school football here on a Friday night on KDKA Plus, Steel City High School Football Showcase. 31-12. Central Catholic leads Penn Hills with Doran Dickerson and Susie Cole. I'm Matt Fargo. Happy to have you along in tonight's broadcast. Penalty assessed to Penn Hills for the unsportsmanlike. Back to the 25-yard line, and Central to probably get some good field position out of this.
Landon Hankey tees it up for the Indians.
It's Landon Hankey, the kicker for Penn Hills. He's also the goalie for the Penn Hills soccer team. From the 45-yard line, fielded by one of the upmen. It's convenient when one of your upmen is Ashton Blatt, a sophomore who knows how to tote the rock. That's kind of what's scary about this Central team is, there are some seniors in graduation with them, but there's some underclassmen that look pretty good.
They're loaded. They are loaded. And you got to figure, if you're an underclassman and you're on this team, practices, you're going against the best talent in the country. Yep. You're going against the best talent in the country every single day. So the fact that some of these young players are seeing some time, Central Catholic's going to be around and be a winner for a long time. And they have a great person and a great coach leading them in Ryan Lehmeyer. He's a perfect person for this job, and it's exciting to see them have success this year.
127 players on the Central Catholic roster this year. 127. Ooh. Play action, Wayner going deep. Incomplete. Down that far side, trying to get Peter Gonzalez. Incomplete. And Gonzalez, haven't heard too much about him today.
He almost had that right there. Yeah, he has been a little quiet today and has had a pretty good season this year. He's a big body receiver, smooth route runner. Obviously, his dad played at Pitt, so I'm sure they toss the ball around in the backyard and work on his skills.
It's back to Faulkner. He's stacked up. Back to the original line of scrimmage it will be. Third down coming up. And talking about Gonzalez, suffered an ACL tear in his right knee in 7-on-7 competition back in January of his sophomore year. Had surgery and popped back pretty quick. Only missed the first few games of last season, but probably wasn't 100% still last year. As Wayner goes down, he is sacked. Bernard Dumb on the sack for the Indians.
Yeah, snap bobbled here, but just what a way by Dumb to fight through the guard and get to Wayner. That's just all effort right there. That's just wanting to get to the quarterback, wanting to stop this drive, stop the Central Catholic Vikings on this drive, and give the ball back to your offense. Great effort by Dumb on that play.
They fake the punt, and Penn Hills will be able to secure it well short of the sticks as they end up giving it off to Xavier Thomas, and Thomas is ending up well short of the sticks, but Penn Hills is going to take over the football, 1st and 10 from their own 44.
And that's just really a heads-up play. And you obviously are being yelled at, watch the fake, watch the fake, watch the fake. But to be able to stay home and actually get the runner down and have the ball turned over on downs, I mean, just a heads-up play. And now you switch the momentum back to your offense.
Mentioned earlier, Xavier's brother Rodney plays for the Indianapolis Colts, was a 7th-round pick, and was the first Yale draftee since 2018. He went to Yale, his big bro. Also was a part of the 2015 state championship team, as Duggar looks to the near sideline and zings this one out of bounds. Let's send it down to Susie Cole.
Matt, you guys talked about the energy that the Indians are bringing right now, and I talked with head coach Chuck Morris after the half. He said he didn't really like the energy that his team was bringing in that first half. However, they were coming to the adversity more so in the second quarter. We're seeing that energy be brought right now, and he said it best. He said one play can change this game. That's what they're out here trying to do. Matt?
It's true. It's what we've been talking about in this second half, Doran. Is one play here, things start to get a little interesting.
They do. They have opportunities.
Rolling out here is Duggar. Duggar looking, and another pass intended on this near sideline, but needs to maybe turn it down a notch. These things are coming in like fastballs on this near sideline.
Yeah, this is just a simple sprint right option. The option is the inside receiver, but nothing there. Good job on the Central Catholic defense of bottling it up, having the pursuit of Duggar, knowing that he's going to sprint out and knowing that he has speed and taking the right angles for him to throw the ball out of bounds.
3rd down, 10. Duggar looking to that far sideline. Gets the snap on a 3rd down. They step up, thought about running it. Pressure he was able to evade. Now a throw right down the middle of the field, but he misses his intended receiver. Incomplete. And Natel Mitchell, the intended receiver, and he was the last car in an empty parking lot right there. Couldn't get it to him.
See, this is what that creates. I mean,
holding, offense, number 60. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
That wouldn't have mattered either way. A holding penalty would have negated the play anyway, so it's 4th down.
His ability to move and create time in the pocket just gets guys open. And, you know, he does throw across his body every once in a while, but his arm strength is so good that he does complete it at this level. Now, the next level, he's going to have to do some fine-tuning, but you could just see a lot of his skills are going to translate to Pitt. And that is exciting to be able to see this live and in person, that he works on some certain things. He's going to be just fine.
Punt, fair caught at the 24-yard line. Xavier Thomas does the fair catching duties there. A reminder, you can help fight breast cancer all month long with the American Cancer Society and the Men Wear Pink campaign. Scan the QR code on your screen now and you can donate to help support breast cancer and the fight to end it. Pink outs all month long. Not a pink out tonight, but we had one last week. I think we're going to run into one again next week. And they hand it off. It's a Faulkner who picks up 2 yards as Central Catholic's offense is back on the field and back to work.
Well, empty set here. Check with me. Check with your coaches on the sidelines. Get the play. Looks like they're in. And the more that they spread out Penn Hills, the better if they are. Now, they're going to be in a condensed, snug situation here, but.
Wayner steps up into the pocket, going to take off and run with it, and gets upended as he somersaults to the 30-yard line.
this is where Wayner could be dangerous. And you have good tacklers on your team, and they've done a good job of bottling him up and not letting him break free at crucial moments in this football game. But whenever they do spread him out here, I mean, you have the trips left and single receiver on the backside. There are holes in this defense that you could exploit if you're Central Catholic. They've been there all night long.
Third down. Wayner on 3rd and 4, throwing across the middle of the field, got Settles. Settles shakes off one, and he takes 3 to bring him down at the 46-yard line. First down, Central Catholic, and 0. Doing a whole lot right now.
Yeah, a lot of cushion here on the defense. We just said, there's holes, and they run the simple dig route to Settles, and he's been all over the field and making a nice catch and moving the sticks.
Wayner going to test it deep down the field. He hooks up for the touchdown. Pete Gonzalez. 46 yards for the Central Catholic touchdown.
Yeah, let's see that play again. And we just talked about Peter Gonzalez has been pretty quiet all night. And he gets him at the line, puts his foot in the ground, and just so much open space here in the middle of the field that Wayner just throws it up and lets him run underneath it. Fantastic job by Peter Gonzalez and Wayner connected on that play.
Extra point is through the poles and good. Caparis puts it through the poles, and nice draw on that, man.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I was a high-level artist in high school. I took all 4 years of high school, I took art.
How about it?
Yeah, how about that?
All right, well, we're gonna put that to the test of the 4th.
No, but good job by Gonzalez there. I mean, that's kind of the last thing you want to do is single up a guy that, has been very effective this year at the receiver spot. Like we said earlier, big body, smooth route runner, has good speed, going to Penn State. He's going to do well up there. A student of the game, has pedigree, we talked about earlier, from his dad. And, you don't want to single up a guy like that because they usually win those routes. And he did there, and he was quiet all night, but wasn't quiet on that last play.
Definitely not quiet. You mentioned his lineage. How do you not get him to go to Pitt, though?
Oh,
how does that happen?
Man, I know. Got away from us.
Got an inside man. And
Yep. Yeah, well,
hey,
happens.
You're right, it does. Also had Virginia Tech and Miami on the offer sheet. Ended up picking Penn State. Touchback on this kickoff. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter, and it's 38-12. Central Catholic has really controlled the pace of this game from the word go. However they've wanted to play, Dorn, they've played. They played up-tempo early in this game where, we were barely getting a word in edgewise, and they were snapping the ball again, and now they've kind of pulled things back and done it a little bit more methodically, lulled Penn Hills to sleep, and then they go for the big play again.
Yeah, they've just chosen every way that they want to deploy their offense and on defense. And, we like to talk about the Peyton Wayners, the Peter Gonzalez, the Faulkners, but at the end of the day, it starts up front. You got to give the offensive defensive line credit for Central Catholic of going out there, imposing their will, and establishing the line of scrimmage throughout these drives.
Duggar steps up, conducts, will now run, pick up 3. As he gets spun down. Larry Moon made the tackle, and he's slow to get up. He's popped up now.
Duggar trying to direct traffic. Just nothing there. Central Catholic has done a good job. I mean, that's adjusting the game plan at halftime, knowing what Duggar likes to do. He's going to make his plays at times, but good job staying home, being smart by the Central Catholic defense.
Throwing here near side, caught, but immediately tackled as he hooks up with Martell Palmer. Cole Sullivan makes the tackle. Yeah, Specca actually got there. Anthony Specca. 3rd down and 3 coming up here.
3rd and 3 from the 27.
Play action, screen pass. Goes for the 1st down and across the 40-yard line. As they hook up with Natel Mitchell, the Robert Morris commit. He gets up to the 40-yard line.
Well, this game has gotten away, obviously, from Penn Hills, but they're still a good football team, so you got to keep that in mind that they probably will be in the championship this year, and they have a lot going for them.
Key pushes the pile forward to the 44-yard line, picking up 4 on 1st down. And, I mean, Penn Hills has some guys with offers as well. Natel Mitchell mentioned Robert Morse, Amir Keir at St. Francis. Cameron Thomas has been offered at St. Francis in Maine, and word on the street is there's a lot more coming for that young man. And Amir Keir, no official offers, but a lot of the PSAC schools are interested. As Duggar steps up, going to let it fly down the far sideline and overshot Amir Key down that far boundary, incomplete.
Yeah, gotta give credit to Central Catholic. I don't know if it was the necessary halftime adjustments, but whenever you have guys that have speed like Penn Hills does, you got to count on your guys on the outside, and they've done a good job. Duggar has a strong arm, likes to let it fly, but great job of blanketing coverage on the outside pretty much all game long.
3rd down 6. Duggar with pressure. Throwing down here, near side, bobbled around and incomplete. Thought he might be able to reel it in, but Martell Palmer could not do so.
For Penn Hills from their own 44.
Bring up 4th down, and special teams unit for Penn Hills going to come out here.
Yeah, I'd love to extend the drive there and just missed it just a little bit. Got to come down with that. Ball hits your hands, you got to catch it. That's the rule of wide receiver, so it's a little bit off by Duggar.
Punt goes out of bounds by Duggar. We'll set up the Central Catholic offense at the 30-yard line. Tomorrow we got more football for you here on KDKA Plus. It's D3 college football as Grove City takes on Allegheny. 4 o'clock. Right back here on KDKA Plus. Gators made an attempt to come back and beat W&J last week. Ended up losing 35-28. Declan O'Brien, 18 catches.
Ooh.
For over 240 yards receiving.
That's a nice day's work.
And a losing effort.
Man.
Have a feeling he's going to get a couple more. 1st down and 10 as we go back to high school football here tonight. And a 1-yard pickup for Faulkner. As looks like they're going to get one more playoff before we take it to the end of the 3rd. Wayner will go back to pass. Roll to his right and take off and run, and he'll run out of bounds with no time left on that 3rd quarter clock. So we'll take you high above West Mifflin tonight on a Friday night.
It's the end of the
on
3rd
the Steel
quarter.
City High School Football Showcase. You heard the man. We'll be back for the 4th quarter. 38-12. Pittsburgh Central Catholic leads it here on KDKA Plus.
Panera's You Pick 2 means when part of you wants crispy, crunchy, fresh, and part of you wants melty, smoky, peppery. Both yous win big. You pick 2 and get more. Cater your next event with Panera.
We raised $5,000!
When you purchase life insurance and annuity products from GBU Life, you also have more opportunities to give back to your community. GBU matches donations you make up to $1,000 per member.
I have GBU life insurance.
Wow. I have a GBU youth policy.
Whoa. We've got GBU annuities. Hey!
Our $5,000 just turned into $10,000.
That's a lot of big checks.
Find out more at gbu.org.
When you step through that door or shake their hands, will you be prepared? When you stand up for a client or walk into that meeting, will you be ready to prove to them that you deserve to be there?
When you come to Washington and Jefferson, you will be.
Washington and Jefferson College. Are you ready?
I can show you the good now, but you're not going to understand how good it is until you know where I came from. Teen mom, dropped out of high school. I came across UPMC's Pathways to Work program, and my life changed 100%. I didn't know that I had these skills. UPMC brought it out of me. And now it's like the light just kind of starts shining.
This Saturday, tune in to KDKA Plus for D3 college football as the Grove City Wolverines battle the Allegheny Gators. This Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
(38-12) as we will play a fourth here from West Mifflin in our Week 7 Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine. Beautiful aerial shot. Great job all season long in our aerial coverage. We've gotten great nights for it, too. Appreciate Mother Nature cooperating with that. Low snap handled by Wayner. Steps up into the pocket, going to take off as he's motioning for some blockers, and he gets a first down. Picks up the first down, sticks, and a few more to tack on as he's escorted out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that's split like the Red Sea, like I said earlier, with the coverage of Penn Hills. But up front, I mean, Wayner just had so much open room. Good job navigating through, getting out of bounds.
Faulkner, the call. He gets up to the 48-yard line, picks up 4 on first down. You don't see a back get carries like this, and I know people are going to say, what about Pine Ridge last week? But it's not customary to see really a feature back like Central Catholic has been running. Normally there's 2 or 3 of them.
Right. You know, you had that running back by committee, right. And you know they're just riding the coattails of Faulkner, and he's impressive. And 5'10", as he said earlier, 190. Great size for high school running back. Probably can put on some weight. He's very tough.
Pressure from the backside, and he still got the ball away and completed his pass to the 41-yard line, and it's another reception for Vernon Settles.
Vernon Settles just all over the field. You talk about heart and soul of your teams and who you could really rely on, and obviously Peyton Wayner's one of those guys. And you know, you look through the lineup and you see 0, and he's a guy you can rely on. He's a guy that whenever we're talking in November and their hopes of going to a state championship, he's a guy that you can rely on.
Some movement.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Moves back the Vikings to the 47.
First and 15 for the Vikings from the Penn Hills 47.
First down at 10, first down at 15, out of the penalty. Little pump fake from Wayner. And then sliding back to the football to make the catch is Cole Sullivan. Makes up some of that lost penalty yardage to the 34.
Yeah, a little bluff to the flat here by Sullivan and little wheel route. Saw Wayner do the little hitch, shoulder fake, and then kind of underthrew it. Maybe could have let him a little bit more, but completion.
Second down 2. Faulkner wasn't able to hit all the buttons there. Penn Hills reads it beautifully, and they're in the backfield quickly. First one there was Aaron Bradley, just a freshman on this Penn Hill squad.
And they've done a decent job getting penetration tonight. I mean, obviously the score doesn't reflect it, but their effort has at least been there all night long by Penn Hills.
Third down 4. Move Sullivan into the backfield, and then a delay of game penalty, I believe. Took too much time.
Delay game, offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Talked about it earlier how this coaching staff of Central Catholic is constructed and how you have former Division I players as coaches, former NFL players. I mean, that just means so much, as you said earlier, Matt, to the growth of a young football player and being around that, listening to the guys, preach and how to win and how to do things the right way. It's showing tonight.
Wayner in traffic, bobbled around and incomplete. Cole Sullivan, the intended receiver on that one. Yeah, the Vikings are only the 5th team in 35 years in the WPIL to have 4 players going to Power 5 schools. Only 5 teams have done it in 35 years. Aliquippa had 4 Power 5 recruits in its 1989 class. You can probably name a couple of those guys. Ty Law.
Gilbert, right?
Yep. Penn Hills had 4 back in 2010. Woody High had 4 in 2011. And Central Catholic actually has done it before. They did it in 2008.
First charge timeout, Central Catholic.
But one of the non-Power 5 guys is Peyton Wayner, and he's been impressive today. I think that's one of the things that at least stood out for me. I have to agree with you. Well, so much so that we have some looks of Peyton Wayner, what he's done today.
He's been playing football for a while. I mean, he started since I think he was a freshman, maybe got some playing time as a freshman, but I know he started as a sophomore, and he's just gotten better and better every single year. He's a tough, gritty football player. He's like the typical, Western Pennsylvania athlete football player. He's not the biggest guy, but he throws a good ball. He's tough. He's a leader. He can run. Those are guys that you need if you want to get to a state championship and want to win a WPIL championship. And Peyton Wayner has possessed all those qualities throughout the years. And now he's embarking his last journey here for Central Catholic. And what a way to go out than being a champion, right? I mean, he deserves that, and so do all the guys on this roster. They deserve that as well. And on the opposite side.
4th down for Central Catholic, and they will go for it here. Nope, it'll be a pooch punt. Wayner doing it all. Add this to the highlight reel. Oh! Did they? Yes, they did. Central Catholic added to the highlight reel. Oh, my goodness.
What you call it? Hot potato, right? That's a hot potato.
We got to see this again.
First of all, it looked like Peyton Wayner was going to go for it, and then he pooch kicked it, and it was a perfect punt. Bounces up. One guy gets it, throws it back to his other guy. Now the momentum's carrying him into the end zone, and he throws it back to the other guy, and they get it down at the 1-yard line. Great job.
Tic-tac-toe. And I don't think Xavier Thomas was expecting to catch the football there, but he did. Not the place that Julian Duggar was wanting to set up shop here at their own 1. Shadow of their own goalposts, and Duggar just a design run play to get a little bit of breathing room. We 2nd down and 9. They give them 1. But you do see the glimpses and the flashes of Julian Duggar is going to be a special player at Acrisure Stadium. whether it be next year, year before, or year after, rather.
Yeah, no doubt. And he possesses so many different skills that, as you see here, him weaving through traffic, breaking loose, and getting himself out of dangerous territory. But he possesses so many qualities that you haven't really seen at Pitt since Rod Rutherford. Now, obviously, Kenny Pickett is Kenny Pickett, and he had a fantastic college football career, and that's going to be hard to top. But quality-wise, at quarterback, Duggar, 6'3.5", almost 6'4", long, lanky, can run, is athletic. You haven't seen that in almost 20-plus years at the University of Pittsburgh, so hopefully he brings a different dimension to that quarterback room.
Steps up as Duggar and avoids another one. Here, Julian Duggar off to the races again. Duggar with blocker in front. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And more miles on the speedometer for Julian Duggar.
You can just see how dangerous quarterbacks are whenever they have the ability to not just extend plays with their feet, but become a running back at times. I mean, Lamar Jackson obviously has played well in the NFL and has done it that way. It's hard to do it that way year in and year out in the NFL because you take so many hits, but if you do possess those skills, you can always have a chance to break open a game, and it's probably not going to happen tonight, but in the future, whenever they're heading to the playoffs, that's going to really matter of how he approaches every series and takes advantage of his skills.
Bobbles the snap and just going to take a seat.
He's a really good kid, too. I had the opportunity to train some of his receivers last year with Adam DeMichael, who's a Whitfield legend as well. He trained Duggar, and I trained some of the receivers, and just talking to him and picking his brain a little bit, just seeing where his mindset is at as a young player and heading into a senior year. Just a fantastic kid, has a great head on his shoulders, and wants to be great. All the qualities that you need to be a successful football player at the next level. He definitely has them outside of his athletic ability.
It's great to hear. Great to hear. Second down and 16 after the sack. Duggar conducts and going to dump it. Barely got that thing out of bounds. It almost got intercepted, but it'll be incomplete. Xavier Thomas was looming in the vicinity.
It's just one game at a time, right? I mean, you knew that this was going to be a tough matchup. You knew that Central Catholic was hungry and needed to respond, and knowing that they're a very good football team, well-coached football team, and, for Penn Hills, you put this one behind you and you keep plugging forward.
Penn Hills searching for a first down on 3rd and long. They check it down and too short, incomplete. Intended for Martell Palmer. Ryan Lehmeyer was talking to me earlier this week and said how instrumental those coaches were coming up through the ranks. Of course, he played for the legendary Jack McCurry, but Eric Kasparovas was a part of that staff as well. George Mahalik, he played at Slippery Rock, obviously legendary up there, and also played for Rob Keys as a Division II grad assistant at the University of Findlay. And also he mentioned Jerry Schmidt at Duquesne, and when he was coming up through the ranks, said he was a young guy. He didn't say much then, but he was trying to be a sponge and take everything in. 4th down. Duggar doesn't know he has pressure behind him, and he is sacked. A big-time explanation point that ends this drive, courtesy of Grady Papa, the junior, delivering the sack here to end the drive. We'll take a break and come back with more on the Showcase. Get out the syrup.
Fall is in the air at Pittsburgh's premier outdoor shopping, dining, and play destination, the Waterfront. Find fall weather gear at retailers like Old Navy, DSW, and Rally House. Dine at family-friendly restaurants like Primanti Brothers, Shorty's Tap and Taco, and more. Experience indoor playtime at Dave & Buster's, Urban Air, and more. Speaking of play, the Waterfront is a proud sponsor of this Steel City High School football broadcast and happy to support WPIAL football across our region. Visit us at waterfrontpgh.com for more information.
Around here in the fall, Harvest Moons, cool, crisp evenings, and on Friday nights, legends come alive in Pittsburgh. WPIAL High School Football. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Steel City Game of the Week. Allegiant salutes the players, the fans, the cheerleaders, and the parents. Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. 5 locations and a sponsor of this WPIAL High School Football broadcast.
At 2 Men and a Truck, we'll treat you and your belongings like we'd treat our own grandmas.
Here we go. Hi, hello there. Welcome.
Whether we're moving you across town or even across the country.
Tune in this Friday to the Steel City High School Football Showcase presented by UPMC Sports Medicine as the Moon Area Tigers take on the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Friday night at 7 on KDKA+. Are you ready?
And we'll welcome you back. Steel City High School Football Showcase. Fourth quarter action, Central Catholic at Penn Hills with Doran Dickerson and Susie Cole. I'm Matt Fargo. I mentioned a legend that Coach Lehmeyer was playing for. You played for one of the greatest in WPIAL history. Pass completed to Gonzalez here. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to pick up 9 on the passing catch. Faulkner picks up the first down. Fresh set of downs.
Yeah, we all know what, obviously, Bob Pelko has done, or did do, in the Whippeal. And
injury timeout.
Got an injured Penn Hills Indian down. That's Bernard Dumb down. Time now for our Koza Law Group lineman of the game as we have the injured player tended to. And there's the lineman of the game, Pittsburgh Central Catholic's Ty Uhas, the Pitt Panther bound. He stepped up in a big way. Congratulations to him, our Koza Law Group lineman of the game.
Yeah, he's going to be in good hands, too. Charlie Partridge, the best defensive line. There it is, hail to Pitt. Love it. I had nothing to do with this pick. Just I'm not being biased. This was all Matt. This is all you picking him, right?
Sure.
Maybe. I may have had a little say-so.
I think
a little bit.
Yeah, I think there might have been.
Got to take care of my Pitt brother.
There was a line on who the lineman of the game was going to be. It wasn't going to be a Pitt guy.
Right. He's in good hands, though. Charlie Partridge is one of the best defensive line coaches in the country. If you're a defensive lineman in high school, you want to play for Pitt and play for Charlie Partridge.
Hey, we got more high school football coming at you next Friday night. Flexed game that is big-time playoff implications. The Moon Tigers and the Upper St. Clair Panthers, a little cat fight in the South Hills. We'll have it for you Friday night. Right back here on KDKA+. Faulkner just running hard like it's his first carry of the ball game. Taking some hits, too. Natel Mitchell got involved in the party.
Watching that Thursday night game kind of reminds me of Isaiah Pacheco from Kansas City.
More of 4. Faulkner. Another first down for Central Catholic.
Runs hard, runs angry. Like he wants to score every play. Love it. Absolutely love it.
More of 4. 6 more with the flag down. Can he be our player of the game?
Result of the play is a touchdown.
Oh, how about it?
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 12. Central Catholic has elected to take that 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Most nonchalant touchdown for how about Elijah Faulkner here? I think everybody's looking around at some point here.
Yeah, just chipping away. And Faulkner's just been a machine, man. Like a machine all night. He's not even breathing heavy right here. I mean, the effort's through the roof. And what I'm impressed most about is not just because of his body frame and not being a bigger back and delivering punishment, but his vision is just through the roof. You could just tell he's a natural running back. He's going to have a bright future at the next level.
Extra point good by Billy Leach for Central Catholic. Yeah, it's been impressive for four. I mean, he had a coming out party against North Allegheny a couple weeks ago, and Central's going to get him for a whole nother year after this season. Certainly fun to watch.
You know, I mean, you're a junior and you're doing these things now, and you know, you have the experience of winning and being around talent and having talent on the coaching staff, and he's only going to get better, and he's only going to get in the weight room. He's only going to get faster, bigger, stronger. So it's exciting to watch him right now, but his senior year coming up next year, he's just going to light it up.
New City has you covered.
.540 to play. So we lead you up to your 10 o'clock news here on KDKA Plus. Of course, KDKA have some highlights from around the WPIAL in the 11 o'clock newscast. Josh Taylor gets you caught up. Follow that. As this one goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Of course, after the penalty, not a little bit more than a chip shot. Get it out of the back. Penn Hill's offense back out of the field, trailing 45-12. Penn Hills, as they look to turn the page, this is what they have next. Just 2 games left in the regular season. They'll be at Shaler next week, back into conference play, and then finish with Woody High at UHAS McGinley Stadium against the Wolverines in a regular season finale that will certainly have playoff implications. Handoff on first down goes to Key.
Handoff goes to Key. Brought down by Jonathan Young.
It'll be second down and 9 after the pickup of 1. Back to Key. Trying to get to the end here, and he does. That second gear as Key turned the corner, picks up the first down, gets up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like the defensive pursuit was right on point here, and Key just puts those burners on and gets up the field. Good run, knowing that you're out of this game and still plugging away and putting some stuff on film to evaluate. That's a good sign from Penn Hills.
First down at 10 for Penn Hills. More of Amir Key. Gets to the 39-yard line, 3-yard pickup. Makarack on the stop for Central Catholic.
Brought down by Bobby Matura and Jonathan Young Jr.
Some important reps for Central Catholic's depth right now, rolling in some young guys, even more young guys than they already have in their starting lineup. Always important to get some reps for some young guys for the depth of your team.
And a steady dose of 4. Both teams running with 4s in the backfield tonight. First down, Indians. Clock winding with 3:40 to go. Kind of interesting situations, though. We looked at Penn Hill's schedule. They still need to win their games because there's only 2 guaranteed spots in 5A in the conference to go to the playoffs. Now, given where they sit, they probably would get a wild card even if they did lose, but you don't want to do that. The way that 5A is looking, the last thing you want to do is match yourself up with somebody in the top of the other conferences, like a Peters Township, for example, but 47-yard line is he pushes back up. It will be 2nd down and 3 from there.
2nd and 3 for Penn Hills from the Central Catholic 47.
Long snap count here from Duggar. Stretching it out. This time it's Natel Mitchell.
Brought down by Ashton Blatt.
Blatt comes up to make the tackle. On the other side, Central Catholic, meanwhile, kind of in the driver's seat in the conference already. You know that you're going to be in the postseason. 4 teams in, 5 in all of 6A. Third down 4 on the 47-yard line, and they go back to the ground game. He's immediately pulled down. Ty Turkowski, senior linebacker, registering a tackle there.
We talk about response, and we saw that tonight from Central Catholic, and they got caught off guard last week by Pine Richland, who is obviously a well-coached team. LaDon they won a state championship last year. He was very successful at Penn Hills before that. They just didn't have time to adjust and didn't have the opportunities to put their offense on the field last week, and they knew they needed to respond and come out and put a statement.
New guy, Tajon Brandy, getting the carry there. Brandy, a senior for Penn Hills, picks up a Indians first down on 4th down, keeps the drive alive, keeps at least Penn Hills possessing the football. And as much as, boy, does the reset button work for Central Catholic. Back when you were a kid and playing the video game and the game wasn't going your way, and go, oh, no way I'm going to let this thing save. Reset the thing. It works.
It does work. The kids out there don't even know what Sega Genesis is, but my Sega Genesis reset button was worn out by the time the new console came out because I reset it so many times.
Personal foul, targeting, defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Freshman getting called for the penalty there. But I think for Penn Hills, you need to make sure that mentally you're able to repair what happened tonight. And probably most notably, you're staying healthy. You're not losing anything beyond the game.
It's very critical. I mean, sometimes losing is a learning experience, and it's very critical for Penn Hills to sit down tomorrow or whenever they get together again and watch this film, assess the film.
That was a hard hit there to John Brandy.
Injury timeout.
Slow to get up here. Yeah.
Is that a potential another targeting maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I almost thought more so there than
the last one. Right. But it is very critical for Penn Hills to assess this film. You know, you need to hit the reset button now, and just remember, you're going against the top dog.
Yep.
You know, in the whole Whippeal. One of the top dogs in the country. And it's okay to give your all and to not come up with a win, but how do you respond from that and go out there and use that as fuel and use the info you have to make your season last as long as possible?
As they tend to the injured player, there's Central Catholic's schedule, but there is what they have upcoming. Seneca Valley at home next week, and then they're on the road at Martorelli Stadium in another interclassification matchup as they dip down to one of the top team coming into the season in 5A in Gateway. Now, they started off 0-3 before we saw them, their win against Franklin Regional, but only one more conference game for Central Catholic, and it's against the cellar dweller of the classification. So Central Catholic, maybe a opportunity there to finish a perfect 6A schedule. Only loss coming to Pine Richland, who's still in 5. So, but man, I cannot wait to see this 5A playoff because there are so many horses. First of all, there's going to be great teams that don't make the playoffs. That too. I mean, we talked about it earlier. If you find your way in, anything can happen. And we've seen crazier things happen. Crazier teams have opportunities to get themselves into a championship. And the ball bounces your way. It could be your night. Could be your year to make a splash at it. Ball pops loose. Central Catholic says they had it. That's Roman Thompson holding the football. He's a freshman on this Central Catholic squad.
The runner was down.
There you go. That was Mitchell getting that carry.
Mitchell on the carry.
It'll be second down and 3 now. Ball sitting at the 6. Handoff going to 25, Gregory Vinay. Senior tailback getting the carry. First one of the night. And a Viking is down.
Injury timeout.
And it's Ashton Blatt. Training staff out there. That's the training staff of UPMC Sports Medicine. Such great care. The people that you don't want to see out on the field, but
you hate to see something like this happen. Hate to see something like this happen with 9 seconds to go in a game, and looks like he's in some serious pain. So just hope for the best here for the young player, but just hate to see something like this happen.
yeah, I mean, he's been one of the players that stepped up and has made some plays today. Just a sophomore. They're asking for the stretcher to come out. Let's break away. Yeah, break away. Let's not show this. All right, well, they tend to him. We're going to step aside. 9 seconds to go. Central Catholic leads us 45-12. We'll be back on KDKA Plus.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends.
What's so great about that?
My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBU Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more. Oh. You might be interested in a GBU Life annuity.
You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
Are you an aspiring entrepreneur, a dreamer with a passion for success? With Koza Law Group, your journey starts now. Whether you're dreaming of a small startup or envisioning a global empire, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Starting a business shouldn't be scary. It's about embracing the spirit of innovation, taking calculated risks, and believing in your potential to make a difference. We are more than just legal advisors. We are redefining legal services. Contact us today to experience the Koza Law difference.
This Saturday, tune in to KDKA Plus for D3 college football as the Grove City Wolverines battle the Allegheny Gators. This Saturday at 4 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
You can now get more local news on KDKA Plus. More breaking news.
Residents are being asked to stay outside of their house.
More community stories. More weather.
A couple of funnel clouds were spotted.
Weekdays at 12:30 on KDKA Plus.
Sure, I'll be there at 5 a.m. I can binge one more episode.
Let's face it, you don't always set yourself up for success.
5 more minutes. Where are my work shoes?
But GBU Life makes it easy with life insurance and annuity products to help secure your future, so you have the freedom to do more of what you love.
Congratulations! Retiring early must be nice. What are you going to do first?
I think I'll sleep in.
Secure your future today. Visit gbu.org.
La Roche University set me up for success. When I went to La Roche to visit, it stole my heart.
I transferred to La Roche because my original school just didn't work out. La Roche, I was able to be on the basketball team. They had majors I wanted, and financial aid and their assistance helped out a lot.
La Roche students have access to it all: the culture and connections in Pittsburgh and a residential campus in the North Hills. Tour campus and you'll receive a $250 visit grant. Learn about our fall events at laroche.edu.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
Pittsburgh. Its long and proud heritage is beautifully preserved in the awe-inspiring buildings that surround it, in the places where we live, where we worship, and where we play. One company has been awarded the challenge of restoring all that great heritage for nearly 75 years. Mariani and Richards, restoring the heritage, preserving the pride.
I'm Andy Sheehan. I'm the lead investigator with KDKA Investigates. I live in Pittsburgh. I've raised my kids here. For decades now, I've worked trying to uncover wrongs. We looked at the quality of water here. We found dangerous levels of lead in the water. We dug further. The city's water authority took action. And today, they have replaced more than half of the lead service lines throughout the entire city of Pittsburgh. We uncover a problem, we get answers, positive change for you and your family.
Good job. Excellent job. Okay? That was tough competition, but it was good competition. It shows you what we need to work on. You can't give up. Okay? And you never have. You've never made excuses. So we just get back in, we get in the trenches, we play 2 games see what we end up with. Got it? Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3.
La Roche University set me up for success. When I went to La Roche to visit, it stole my heart.
I transferred to La Roche because my original school just didn't work out. La Roche, I was able to be on the basketball team. They had majors I wanted, and financial aid and their assistance helped out a lot.
La Roche students have access to it all: the culture and connections in Pittsburgh and a residential campus in the North Hills. Tour campus and you'll receive a $250 visit grant. Learn about our fall events at laroche.edu.
Welcome back to West Mifflin, and Ashton Blatt being carted off. And what are we, and I hate to speculate injuries, but we're going to classify it as a lower body injury. But Ashton Blatt being carted off there, as you can see, his entire Central Catholic teammates coming over to wish him best. Saw players praying prior to him being carted off. So thoughts and prayers with Ashton Blatt, a sophomore who had a whale of a game today.
Yeah, very good game. You hate to see that at the final seconds of a football game, but hopefully we get some good news of what the injury is, but you just hate to see that towards the end of a football game.
Yeah, certainly not what you want to see, and again, wish him all the best. 9 seconds to go in this ball game. Central Catholic leading at 45-12, and Penn Hill's looking to get one more on the board here before the final buzzer sounds. As the clock is wound, they will snap it one more time, trying to get it into the end zone, and I believe he's going to be pulled short. Javar Currington, some pushing and shoving thereafter, and you want this to end the right way. And Central Catholic wins it 45-12. Pittsburgh Central Catholic moves to 7-1 on the season. Penn Hills falls to 6-2. Central Catholic, they came out with a goal, and they accomplished that, and I'd probably then some, Doran.
Yeah, they were hungry. They wanted to put that loss last week behind them. They wanted to make a statement from the first drive to the second half. They played well. They played well at all facets of the game, even special teams. We saw the hot potato play. So, well-coached team, tough football team, really good football players, and they are as advertised. And last week, it is what it is. But you came out this week and you made it right.
Yeah, it's going to be quick memory and quick reset for Penn Hills on the other side of things, because they got some important games ahead of them in punching their ticket to trying to play the WPIAL championship, because the reality is the only next time that these two teams will see each other is in passing at Norwin High School in the 5 and 6A championships.
Exactly. But two good football teams and very, very exciting players on both sides.
It was a impressive effort there by Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Again, 45-12. Vikings get the win here tonight. And Susie Cole has our player of the game. Let's go down to Susie.
Elijah, your team putting up 45 points. Penn Hills defense has some holes in it. Where did your offense best exploit them?
Our line just blocked very well today. The DBs couldn't recover our receivers, so we could really do what we wanted tonight. We just had a great week of practice coming off a loss last week. We just wanted to play hard.
You mentioned coming off that loss last week, a massive non-divisional win here tonight. How did tonight's win show how your team rises to the occasion of adversity?
We say all the time, like we come here for adversity. It was a rough game last week, but that's behind us. The coach has been saying the only way to get that taste out of our mouth is another win, and that's what we did tonight.
Thanks so much, Elijah. Great job out there tonight. Matt?
Thanks, Susie, and thanks, Elijah. Congratulations, Elijah Faulkner, our player of the game. And a workhorse, you said it earlier. That's exactly what he was tonight.
Yeah, he was, and he just did it in all facets of the game too. He's a young player, he's a good player, explosive, and he's exciting to watch. And you know, he's going to be tough to stop whoever is in the way of Central Catholic.
I know
the rest of the season.
Isaiah Neely of Rise Above, appreciative of his efforts. I know he was training Elijah back in the day as well, so kudos to him as well. And kudos to the Pittsburgh Central Catholic Vikings, a statement win here tonight over the Penn Hills Indians, 45-12. Thanks for watching this presentation of the Steel City High School Football Showcase here on KDKA+. Thanks to our producer, Jake Mislivchik, director Ryan Myland, and the entire JRM production crew. For Doran Dickerson and Susie Kula, I'm Matt Fargo, saying thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you next week when Moon takes on Upper St. Clair back here on the Showcase. Central Catholic gets it done over Penn Hills. The 10 o'clock news is next. Good night, everybody, from West Mifflin.